Alright, ladies and gents, as ever, my name is Shane, that's Shane's Games, and tonight we're going to be playing Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete for the PS1. This won't be our first time playing it, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, or check out some of the games I've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. But for tonight, let's go ahead and get into the game. So, we just started Disc 2 last time. We are nearing the end of our quest, it would appear. We were trying to escort Lucia, the girl from the moon, to meet Althena, the goddess of the planet, who right now we believe is living in the fantasy equivalent of the Vatican, a city called Pentagulia. We've arrived there, so we just need to escort her to the temple there. Our companions have all taken off. The deal was they were all helping us get to the city. We're here, and now they've all got their own things they need to take care of, because things have gotten pretty chaotic so far. So we're by ourselves, but hey, we just have the last mile left. What could possibly go wrong? Eh? Let's see, Dr. Time was what, 4 gigs at most? There was no way it was 4 gigs, and I know there's no way at 4 gigs, because my first computer had a 6 gig hard drive. And I know that XCOM didn't take up my entire hard drive, so I doubt it was even half that. Probably a lot less than that. Splitting the party is always a good time. I mean, you know, we don't need to worry though, because we're where we're supposed to be. We have arrived at the city. We shouldn't need to get any fights or anything. This is where we need to be. We've already arrived. Job's done. We just got a little bit to go and then we're finished. Don't worry about the ominous music. I'm sure that's I'm sure it's just rendering wrong. I'm sure it's not supposed to be ominous. This is happy. It's Happy City. Happy City. Happy people. I haven't seen you before. So tell me, when did you get in? How long do you plan to stay in our holy city? Did you bring everything you need? Is there anything I can do for you? Oh, well, that's nice. They say the current Dragon Master, Lord Gallian, was an enemy of the goddess. Once long ago, he tried to rule the world by controlling her with his mighty magical powers. It's strange things have worked out the way they have, isn't it? Oh yeah, we found that out last time. So Gallian, who was the final boss of the first game, is somehow still alive and kicking 1,000 years later? And now they're saying he's a good guy? Although I don't buy that for a second, so that's not good. Yeah, there's never bad guys in the Vatican, it'll be fine. It's gonna be great. Totally safe. He died, but he got better. It happens sometimes. Dragon Facts, welcome in. How are you doing? That's me right there. Zenpachi, I mean, that's what he said. Who am I to doubt the guy? You know? I'm sick and tired of hearing how great Gallian is. Don't they remember that he once tried to destroy the world? Pepperidge Farm remembers. We are of the chosen, so it is only natural that we be given our every desire. I wonder if I asked the goddess to be made a god, if she would grant that wish. New god. Yes, that would be sweet. No, I don't think that's how religion works, but good try. New life, who dis? He did actually save my life once, so you know. I gotta give him that. That definitely happened. Let's see, I can't go off the screen that way. Living here should be the best of all worlds, but sometimes it's less than ideal. To get close to Althena and have your wish granted, you have to live in this place. You know, it's holy and all that, it is quite isolated and bleak. I think that the goddess should build a new city. Pentagulia is getting that last week kind of feel to it lately. It used to be a nice exclusive holy city, but now it seems to be letting anybody in. It really is a travesty. If something goes wrong in this city, I hope it hits you first, lady. People who reside here are all of the Chosen. In fact, they are all of the Chosen's elite ranks. The goddess only chooses to surround herself with those she deems to be trustworthy. Like us. She did! I liked the city before, it was cool. You know, I actually moved here before everybody knew about it. You know, back when they had that little bakery. Oh, you wouldn't have heard of it. Relentlessly, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good weekend. This priest clothing they hand out here is really of the frumpy variety, eh? I think they should let us wear whatever we want around here. I think they're afraid we might tarnish the good name of Althena if we were what we want. Personally, I think it's just a crock, but it's just me, and you didn't hear me say it. I don't think that's how a priesthood works. I don't think you really get a lot of variety of choice as far as clothing. Frumpy, that's a word you don't hear too often. Frumpy, I like it. Alright. Even though the goddess was reborn to our world, she still relies on the power of the Dragon Master for protection. At least, that's what I heard. Excited to see what sort of twist the game is going to throw at us? Oh man, I bet Teddy's going to be crazy. I got a feeling. Priest robes are so last season. Look at the hem on it. It's disgraceful. This does feel Castlevania as hell, doesn't it? Rose, welcome in. How are you doing today, and what have you been playing recently? I'm also very interested to see just what the hell happened in this game. They have set up some crazy stuff. Just the fact that Galleon's back and is the Dragon Master? I don't even know what to think for that. Althena is performing some secret ceremony here in Pentagulia right now. If that goes well, this place will become more happy and wonderful than ever. Secret ceremony that'll make everybody happy. I don't see anything that could possibly be bad about that. It sounds great. Long ago, they say this world was a barren place without water or air. And yet it was reborn as a blessed world of abundance by the power of Althena. We really are fortunate. Yeah, she seems nice. No matter what your request is, if you supplicate to the goddess, she has the power and will to make it real. Lord Galleon is a prime example of her awe-inspiring power. He died once, and yet she has forgiven him and his past ways, and allowed him to live again. That's an odd choice, but who am I to question the goddess? This is we're about to fight God music? I mean, it is a JRPG. You know the rules of JRPGs. The ending is teenagers kill God. That's the rule. I didn't write it. It's just how it is. LX! That studio that makes LX, I have always wanted to try their games, but they terrify me. The level of jank of those games is off the charts, but they seem so interesting. LTG, welcome in. How are you doing today? You can tell I have a very specific trauma, because every time I read the line, what can possibly go wrong, I hear it in Bubsy the Bobcat's voice. And some people are like, I don't understand why he does that. And some other people in chat are going, yes, I'm so sorry. Rose, thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone there. I'm like, I know there's somebody else in here. I know it's not just me. Are you the gatekeeper? Are you the keymaster? Oh, congratulations, LTG. That is a big accomplishment. It's a hard game. Congratulations. I have never done that myself. The only Mega Man game I've ever beaten, aside from Command Mission, which I beat on stream and will never play again, because I beat it, I don't need to, is Mega Man X, which is very challenging, but a very cool game. No, you did too, Bob. Excellent. At least one of them has to do that, Ball Blair, I'm pretty sure. God, Bubsy's such a bad game. Since I found the goddess, I don't fear death any longer. Just living here is the experience of 1,000 lifetimes. As long as you're living your best life. Oh, you got the rewind function, though. That's, nothing wrong with that. No shame in that. The best way to ensure your safety while you're here is to donate to the goddess. The goddess's love embraces those that give freely. Man, that screams pyramid scheme. Tell me it does not. God, the Yellow Devil is such a bastard. I don't understand either. I have never successfully beaten Yellow Devil. I don't get it. Just really pummel God? It can be now. That's my headcanon now. Remember, always give thanks to the goddess for your good fortune. And most importantly is that you donate all your worldly wealth to the Chosen. It'll cleanse your soul, says one of the Chosen who wants my money. Oh, no conflict of interest there, I'm sure. We are sworn to keep the good name of Althena free from reproach. That's why our manners are always impeccable. Always is a strong word. I have found that it is the course of wisdom to thank the goddess for all she's done. It teaches one to be humble in this degenerate world. Humbleness is nice, that's true. Fall damage in a platformer. Like, Bubsy is such, like, honestly, if you're getting into game design and you want to make your own platformer, you have to play Bubsy. Because everything that they do in Bubsy seems like it's okay on paper, but the implementation was bad. The camera is bad. The speed, the acceleration and deceleration is bad. The physics are bad. The parallax scrolling is bad. It's an excellent resource for learning how a well-meaning platformer can go very, very badly. Big why do you think of someone else in a while like me vibes? Correct, Rin? 100%. It's like, you know what it's like, Ball Blair? It's like if in the Sonic games, if you hit a wall when you're going fast, you die. Not a spike wall, just any wall. Because what that would do is it would make you not want to go fast in a game where that's the entire point. Which is counterproductive. Oh, geez, LTG, I'm really sorry to hear that. Take care of yourself. Like, definitely take care of yourself. Because I'm going to tell you right now, LTG. Switching into dad mode right here. I sprained my ankle once. I was not kind. It did not heal 100% right. You don't want that. Take care of yourself. I think this is the temple here. Let me go ahead and save. I was trained to like it as a Genesis Mega Drive kid. Like, I thought I was going to love Bubsy when I got it. I'm like, I bet this game is going to be cool as hell. And I rented it. And I tried so hard to like it. And it just did not let me. I haven't seen you here before. Are you new here? Goddess Althena must be very fond of you. For only the most holy are allowed in. Then how'd you make it? Ruby! Ruby, shut up! We don't say these things out loud. The Chosen are quite generous with their promotions. If you show even a little promise, they will make you a priest almost at once. Ruby, no! Rin, did you know they actually don't recommend rice anymore? Apparently rice is no longer being taught. Let's see, Suikoden 2. Oh my god, I want to play Suikoden so bad. I want to play it so bad. I was almost getting to the point where I was going to play Suikoden, but now I hear they're doing a remake, and so now I might do that. What are they recommending now? I don't remember off the top of my head. I saw it on TikTok. I thought it was really fascinating. It was from a sports doctor on TikTok, and he was talking about how they don't teach rice anymore. I would Google it, but I think it's they don't teach you to elevate, and they don't teach you to ice, I don't think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I want to play the remasters once those come out, because I've heard such good things about Suikoden. This is the Black Tower. It was constructed in honor of Grand Black Wizard Borgin. We hate it when he comes to Pentagulia to inspect it, however. We have to grease the door frame to get him inside. It's quite disgusting. Who's there to know? The guy's a fat pig, no two ways about it. Wow! Tell me how you really feel, why don't you? Jeez. Alright, there's Lumina. Now that Borgin has the power of the Black Dragon, I believe he's invincible. There are only two people that possess more power, Althena and Galleon. I mean, they did Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, so there was a remaster, but it's not easy to get a hold of these days. Oh, I still need to play Chrono Cross. I love Chrono Trigger, one of my favorite games of all time. Never played Chrono Cross yet. Gotta get into that one of these days. Monster Only Run Knob? God, I can't even imagine. That must be so hard. Borgin is the most powerful wizard that's ever existed. He's created an entirely new Magic City that is far better than Vane ever was. It's really a matter of opinion. Lumina's Magic Guild is quite charming, I think. Yeah, but his Magic City has blackjack, hookers. Lord Borgin is the rightful leader of the Magic Guild. He's more interested in Vane than that money-grubbing Lumina. She is money-grubbing. Halt! Wait! Aren't you? Yes, we met in Vane. Don't you remember me? You must remember me. I was walking around, we made eye contact. I even said hi to you. Come on, you must remember me. Oh, yeah, you were the guy with the thing, right? You had the thing, and then you said hi, and I was also there? Yeah! How's it hanging? Buddy! You ever go to a used bookstore, buy a book you like, only to return home and find out it's like the 5th in the series? Constantly. It's like a running gag with me that every time I go to the bookstore and pick up a fantasy book and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I turn it over and it's like book 7 of 12. And they obviously don't have the first one. I try to buy my books at bookstores whenever possible, but it seems like if you ever want to get book 1, you gotta get it online. Let's see. But a 6th book in a series. Now I bought the first 4 books. Nice. Hope you enjoy it. What series? I'm curious if I've heard of it. Alright, good luck, Rin. Can I get in here? Well, if it isn't my dear Lumina. You're the last waif I would have expected to see in Pentagulia. Zip it, you overweight toad. I'm tired of listening to your trite speeches. I have 3 reasons for being here. The first is to rescue my mother. The second is to make certain you never set foot in Vane again. And the last is to make sure you pay us a fat amount of compensation for what you've done. Yeah, you tell him! Alright, that's all we get though. Alright, so she's putting in the work over there. Good luck to her. Oh, he's super duper evil. He's absolutely totally evil. But he's also Lumina's problem right now. We'll help out later if need be, but right now she's dealing with it. Pentagulia is the heart of this world, the seat of government for these peoples. It is our duty to guide those without direction, and to lead them to the way of Althena. We have been selected by the goddess to administer her teachings to this world. Althena has chosen us from among many. We all take this responsibility very, very seriously. This is the Blue Tower. It is a tower governed in strength by Master Lunar, the Blue Fist of Salvation. Oh yeah, so this will be where Jean is. Years ago, Lunar was trying to develop a new kind of martial art, but I already lost interest once he became one of the 4 heroes. I wonder what kind of fighting technique he was going to invent. Master Lunar is a very busy man. No one ever gets to spend more than 5 minutes talking to him. Such a shame. Poor man never gets any rest. Lunar merely uses us as sparring partners while he's here in Pentagulia. Just between you and me. I'm tired of being a glorified punching bag. If this is what I gotta do to be a member of Luna's karate team, I'm gonna quit. There. Many of the priests say they're interested in Master Luna's honesty. I think they're really interested in the taxes he collects for the goddess. It has been some time since our last encounter, Jean. What has brought you all the way to Pentagulia? I came here to show you this. It is the mask of the leader of the Shadow Dragon cult. Good as his mask alone. You get a look at the leader? No, he covered his face before I could see who he was. However, in his haste to get away, he dropped the mask. His voice seems so very familiar, and yet I cannot put my finger on it. Now I'm curious, because we didn't get a look at his face either, so we don't know who he is either. Punisher, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I read so many Choose Your Own Adventure books back in the day. Let's see. When I was a kid, I once told my family I have no books by author, so you can get anything by him. Oh, God. It seems like that's always the case, doesn't it? Never fails. So it's surprised money was only the third reason she listed. It's impressive. Our little girl's all grown up. You have entered the great shrine of Pentagulia. The goddess herself resides within. Please be on your best behavior. Yeah, I'll come back here in a second. Althena comes to our world as a human only once in a great while. I consider it the highest honor that she came during my lifetime. That is pretty cool, right? This is the Red Tower. It is the tower governed by the most beautiful of the four heroes, Lady Maori. Oh, jeez. Alright, so this is where Ronfar is going to be. I hope he's doing okay. Casita, nice all-in. Congratulations. Have you noticed that even when Maori smiles, you can see the pain in her eyes? In the past, she used to be so carefree, but now she's just so empty. If you've come to see Lady Maori, I'm afraid you'll have to wait. She's entertaining a guest currently. Seems to be an old acquaintance. Lady Maori hasn't been herself lately. It seems that she's being haunted by strange dreams during the night. She keeps muttering that it feels as if she's dying inside. I don't mind admitting that I'm worried. Lord Leo and Lady Maori have devoted their lives to further Althena's cause. Ever since Lord Leo was granted the destiny, he never sees Maori anymore. My dear Ronfar, why have you come all this way to see me? There is nothing left to discuss. Our love has grown cold. Don't say that, Maori. I've been running from my true self. I realized that when I saw you. It was then that I knew in my heart that I can't live without you. I realized that I need you in my life. We must find a way to free you from the spell you're toiling under. But Ronfar, I am this way because of you. Don't you see? We can never go back. Oh, that's going to be a tough conversation. Oh, glad you're enjoying medieval there still. Very nice. Warded, nice all in there. Excellent. Alright, so there should be one more tower, I'm guessing, over this way. Althena gives us all good things we desire. It's just a fraction of Althena's power. You can gain eternal beauty, I hear. Probably. Omnipotence can do a lot of things. I have never seen one bring such a fantastic gift before the goddess. Are you going to sacrifice the flying cat in exchange for her favor? Hello? Lobotomy alert! You know, I don't think this idiot's playing with a full deck. Why would someone even suggest something that rude? These people are weirdos, man. It's kind of creepy. This is the White Tower. It is the tower dedicated to and governed by White Knight Leo. Is he hanging around here then? Doesn't look like it. I really don't have the mental fortitude to understand what's really going on. But I suppose that's how Lord Leo likes it. He only enlisted me because I'm an awesome swordsman. Dude's living his best life right there. Why is Leo's the funky one? My tower is filled with only the greatest swordsmen in the land, and one saxophonist, and he's not optional. You'd think this would be Ronfar music, but no, apparently Leo is funky as hell when no one's looking. I'm sorry, but this room is off limits to commoners. You cannot enter this room without Lord Leo's direct order. Lord Leo is relentless when he's been given an assignment. He will not rest until he has seen it through to completion. Heaven help the poor soul that gets in his way. Lord Leo demands perfect service from his loyal servants. And I, for one, shall not let him down. Great, just great, the door's locked. Alright, so everybody's doing their own thing. Yeah, it has a cool structure to it. It almost feels ahead of its time there, doesn't it, Punish? Cool night music, I love it. This is the great shrine of Pentagulia. It is the holiest of shrines, placed at the apex of all the world's shrines. Alright, let's make another save and then let's head in there. This is it, folks! Gonna introduce Lucia to Althena, and then our quest at last will be over. If you come here to ask the goddess for some special favor, if that's your idea, remember that I'm first. I've been here since early in the morning. You go after me. And if the goddess has any favors left at that point, perhaps she'll throw a few crumbs your way. Wow! I'm going to push that old man down the stairs. The inner sanctum of the temple is this way. It is a holy place where Athena herself spends her time. Great, just great. Lord Leo shows up and my audience with Athena is suddenly on hold. I really want to like the guy, but this kind of thing ticks me off. Cutting in line, how dare he? Side note, it probably won't be over. It definitely will, LTG. We've been building this whole time. We're right there. LTG, no! We don't need to remember that one. Dang it! I live here and offer prayers to the goddess every day. If you forget, even one day, the goddess will not grant your request of her. Doesn't that seem a little extreme? Seems a little bit extreme, yeah. Only the most holy of priests are allowed within the walls of Pentagulia, although Athena sometimes makes allowances for those who make large donations to the chosen. Take me, for example. I was only allowed here after making a sizable donation to the chosen. Wow, that doesn't seem horribly corrupt at all. Oh, what a pretty kitty cat! Is that the thing you wish that Athena would make for you? I think I want one too. Sorry, Buster, I'm one of a kind. Wish all you want, they ain't making it anymore. That is probably true. So Athena's favorite white knight has returned, eh? I don't know why she plays favorites, but she does. I could not tell you, sir. I could not tell you. I mean, we do have some quotes from when I played Dead Space 2 that do not sound great out of context. Look towards the heavens and bask in the glow of Athena's love. Only then can you know true happiness. How dare you bring this filthy animal into our holy city? Its presence will not be tolerated. I am not an animal. Well, not in the traditional sense of the word, anyway. Pizza will never betray you, this is true. Think of a Symphonia, there's some good ones in there as well. I forgot about that. I did say that, and I meant it. The goddess Athena will see you now, Lucia. Are you prepared, hero? Lucia, shall I admit you to Athena's inner sanctum? Alright, Leo, let's go. Doesn't this feel good, Lucia? Your mission's almost at its end. Say, hero, if I... this world of yours... No, never mind. Take a drink! That is textbook right there. Come on! Come on, Lucia! I just wanted to thank you, hero. In this entire journey, you've always been helpful. I wanted you to know that I appreciated that, regardless of what the future holds. I'll never forget what you've done. Alright, Leo. I am ready to meet the goddess. Hero, Lucia, I know this goes without saying, but please, be on your best behavior. Alright, here goes nothing. Meeting with the goddess herself. Great goddess Athena, your humble servant has returned from afar. And I have returned with Lucia. She comes willingly in order to speak with you on a matter of great import. Hero, something is wrong. The aura here, it's not as I expected it to be. There's... Silence, Lucia. Did I not warn you to show proper respect? Athena approaches. You must stand in respectful silence. But, Lord Leo... Lucia, we don't want to make a bad impression. Tell Leo about your concerns later. But, Hero... Lucia, it'll be alright. You're just nervous, that's all. I understand. It's alright. I shall not tell you again. She comes. You must maintain silence or there will be grave consequences. Excuse me.
Lucia from the Blue Star. I know you have traveled very far to visit me. Your journey was difficult, more than it had to be. Accept my apology as I welcome you to Pentagulia. Speak up, my dear.
You are not Athena. Who are you?
It's probably not the right thing to say in this situation. Oh, this is not a good start to things. Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! My. It seems that we have quite the firebrand in our presence. Your mother obviously never taught you the benefit of proper manners. Perhaps a little creative redirection is in order. Hold on, dear Lucia. I'm afraid this is going to be a bumpy ride. Holy shit! Lucia? Lucia, are you alright? Lucia! Hero! Galleon, how dare you harm her? You'll pay for this. Oh, how delightful. A little twerp tete-a-tete, hmm? I'm up for it if you are, boy. However, for your sake, your bite had better be worse than your pathetic bark. Oh god. Lucia did in fact shoot first. That happened. Yeah, this escalated all the way. Oh god. So just a reminder, this guy was the final boss of the first game, and the only way we even had a chance against him in that game was by gaining the power of all 4 dragons and the blessings of the goddess, which we have none of right now. You know, he did die though. Maybe he's not quite as strong as he used to be. Let me hit him with a pose sword. That kills everybody. You will not be able to stand against the might of the pose sword. Ha ha! Dodge this! Yeah, dodge this! Yeah, oh god, that was 1 damage. That was probably a fluke. I rolled really bad on that one, but don't worry. It's fine. We'll go again. This. Yeah, there you go. Oh dear god. He's not attacking back, so clearly I've stunned him with the audacity of my attack. That shall create an opening, which I shall exploit to defeat him.
Dodge this!
Tactics! Yeah. Really now, boy, is that the best you can do? I'm almost embarrassed to show you a glimmer of my true power now. No, you don't have to. That's okay. If you're just feeling embarrassed, you don't need to. Oh, God. That's all my MP. Oh, give it a rest, boy. You've already lost. Your destiny and that of Lucy is no longer in your control. Your words won't stop me. I will not give up. Alright, so I don't have any MP because he took all of it. That's fine. I'm still really strong. I got a good sword. Let's see how he likes this. See how you like being stabbed in the face, buddy. How did... Okay, that actually did a shitload of damage. Now we got him. We got him on the ropes. Take that. And one of these. There we go. How do you like that? Well, now that's better. Perhaps this will be interesting after all. Perhaps I'll increase the effort a notch. No, that's fine. I think you're right where you need to be. Alright, hero. Make this seem meaningful. Oh, God. Oh, it's a very large sword. That sword is bigger than I am. That's cool. I'm very good with swords, though. I'm sure we can handle this. Haha! It's... Oh, he's taking less damage now. Ow! That's okay. That wasn't... Why did your stance change? He must be getting tired. I must have worn him out, and now we're gonna finish him off. Yeah, there we go. Boom, baby! Yeah, how do you like that? I got 3 health back from that. We got to... That hurt real bad. But that's okay. That's okay, because he's switched stances again. Oh, that's not good. Don't worry. He's having to pull out all the tricks because he's just overwhelmed by all the force I'm throwing his way. But clearly, just... Oh, jeez. He beat the crap out of us. We didn't stand a chance. I lied. You caught up on chat. Can't believe you're only doing 1 damage after 20 hours. It was all wasted, LTG. I wasted my life. The MP were just holding me back. They were like the training weights when Goku throws them off. Punisher, I'm glad. It's my superpowers rationalizing things. Excellent work, Dragon Master Galleon. Your superb battle skills are an honor to my name. Perhaps soon you will provide me with a challenge worthy of my skill. And stop calling me Dragon Master. The title does not amuse me. What? I shall not be a toy for your amusement, nor will I be some twisted attack dog to jump at your every command. What do you mean by that, Galleon? Lord Leo, you saw it with your own eyes. The destroyer was to attack me. Galleon acted in my defense. It's clear that Lucio is about to harm the goddess, that is indisputable. Perhaps you knew of her intent all along, Lord Leo. No, Perhaps our good Lord Leo is a bit too good for his own welfare. Question is, where exactly do his loyalties lie? How dare you question my loyalty? There is no one living that can turn me from the service to the goddess. Do what you will with Lucia. I ask only that you leave the innocent hero to me. Do as you like, Leo. Lord Galleon, you're hurt? It's a scratch, however. Did I actually hurt him? Interesting. Holy crap, so it's been a little while. Interesting. Oh, that looks like a nice prison. Arguments, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's, things are going rough today. Hero, are you okay? Ruby, where are we? We're in a jail cell at the top of the White Tower. Leo brought us here. Galleon is much more powerful than we thought. I know that Leo is a no-good traitor, too. He's working for that evil Athena. Hero, we've got to find a way to get out of here. Lucia must be in danger. I don't think there is a way out of here, is the problem. Ruby, what happened to Lucia? I don't know. Last time I saw her, she was laid out on the floor of Athena's audience chamber. Hero, I hope she's alright. If the goddess really is a fake like Lucia said, we're all in big trouble. Gotta find a way out of here and then find the others. Yeah, but I don't see a way out. Any ideas?
Why do you look so down? Never give up. Never surrender.
I know I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but what kind of cheesy puff is that?
Miss Stare has arrived to save you. Leo? What are you doing here? I thought you were the servant of the false Athena. I am not the White Knight, Leo. I am the amazing Miss Stare, protector of the innocent and, defender of truth. You must hurry, or your lives shall be lost. Come on, Leo, knock out the party games. Tell us what's really happening. Silence, cat! I am Mystere. I know not the Leo of whom you speak. Okay, right, Mystere. I get it, whatever. My true identity shall remain a secret, but I have knowledge to impart to you. Listen very carefully now. There are 4 towers in this city, each with a prison on the top floor. They are connected by an underground network of passages. You are in the White Tower. Your friends are in the other 3. But I have no information on the girl you call Lucia. Since she tried to murder the goddess, her fate is most likely execution. I shall help you release Ronfar and the 2 women from their cells. What you do after that is your own business. But first, we must get you out of there. I don't really understand what's going on here, but at any rate, thanks. We must hurry to the other 3 towers. There is no time to waste. Why don't you go first? Certainly, my friend. I am merely preparing myself to leap for the rope. The midpoint of the divide is not as close as my calculations led me to believe. It might be more difficult than I anticipated to return to the other side. But no matter, I am Mystere. Even the most daunting task becomes trivial before me. You're not preparing yourself, you're too scared to jump. Why did you not volunteer to aid us in such a way earlier? Because it was fun watching you make a fool of yourself. I, suppose there's no sense in debating this point. We must hurry to the others. Come on! Oh my god, even his sprite right there. Oh my god, this is hilarious. This whole scene is amazing. I need to blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Chet, you know what I like best about Mystere? It's that he's so mysterious. We just know nothing about him. It's so crazy. Alright, let's go into tactics. And I don't actually know anything about Mystere because he is so mysterious. I'm gonna assume he's a melee attacker, so we'll put him up front. And we'll go from there. Friendship over with Leo Mystere is my new favorite character. Leo, who? I don't even remember that guy anymore. I'm glad relentlessly. Oh my god. Sample his goods. Oh god, where did he even get that mask from? Alright. I still can't change his equip at all. Mystere's mask, disguise of the messenger of justice. God damn it. Let's make another save. He does have equipment, yes, including a glorious mask. Oh god. We don't have a healer though. That's the terrifying thing, is we have no healer at the moment. I don't like that one bit. No, we can't actually touch any of his gear. So we can't change his equipment in the slightest, which is frustrating. Healing ring? We already had one of those, but they are pretty nice. There is a goddess statue right there. Ooh. If there's a goddess statue right there, we should be able to come back to it. If we need to heal up. So that'll make healing a little less important, because we can basically go all out. The music does make a lot more sense now, this is true. Alright. Corporal Crusher and Sergeant Slaughter. I'll give them one thing, they got the branding down pat. God, that sprite. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over that. He looks incredibly silly, it's amazing.
This.
Fang of justice.
Oh my god. Does he have different voice lines too? It's incredible. Please.
Dodge this.
They don't give very good XP, unfortunately. Right, so I believe that was the only enemy in here. Or we just ran into another enemy. We did just run into another enemy. Alright. Oh, they're moving. I was hoping we'd be faster than them. That would have been great. We are not faster than them.
Dodge this.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Why did he say that? Why did he say that? I have to see what his other attack does. I must know.
Dodge this.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Why did he say that? Ball Blair, I just kind of want to beat him up and take his lunch money. I just want to beat him up and take his lunch money.
Dodge this.
It just feels like the right thing to do. God damn it. This is incredible. I didn't know it was going to happen today, but this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Platinum Blade. I like the sound of that. Check that out. Ooh, plus 10 attack, plus 5 speed. Small decrease to wisdom, because that was the special of the Rune Blade, but that speed is going to be a big deal. Relentlessly, I'm so happy. Alright, so now, let's see if we're able to go up to the goddess statue and heal. And do the monsters respawn is the question. LTG, thank you, that's an amazing one. And no, the monsters did not respawn. So I should just be able to run back to the goddess statue and heal up after every floor. So we're just going to go all out and then heal, is basically what we're doing here. Which should be lovely. Ooh, they're actually weak against wind, that's remarkable.
Ferocious wind.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
So ridiculous. And here I thought sample my goods was a ridiculous voice line. That was nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to this madness. How are we doing in XP anyway? Still a ways off, and he's a ton off, but he's much higher level. Whoa! And there's another monster in here, too. It seems like there's monsters hiding near the treasure chest, which is very weird. That sound, I know! It's a very determined monster. I don't know what his deal is, but he's mad. Now see, Leo is 7 levels higher than Hero,
Discipline
yet
feels good.
Hero is still way faster than him. That is interesting. The monsters are hiding in fear of Mystere, warrior of justice. I mean, if I was like guarding the tower and then I saw some masked weirdo that looks suspiciously like my boss, I'd probably just stay out of it. I'd probably just be like, I don't know what's going on, but I want no part of any of this. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't see this and just go about my day. That's it. That's the start. He's wearing a weird mask. He's yelling about Mystere. I just saw him beat up Steve, the day shift guy. I'm just gonna take my union mandated lunch right now and not think about any of
Discipline
this.
feels good.
Worst episode of Undercover Boss ever. Worst or best? Worst for the employees. I'm enjoying it though. Yeah, who even is Leo? Nobody important, I'll tell you that much. Also, why does Leo have monsters in his tower? This is his tower. What is monsters doing in here? Did that too? Clearly they don't have any laws against sexual harassment here, otherwise that would be a very bad thing. Gotta keep your monster somewhere? That's true. That's true. You gotta put him somewhere. I suppose if this is where he hangs out. Oh, that wasn't a monster! That was his corporal. His corporal was the one that decided his battle cry was "Ah!" That's a bold decision, I'm gonna say that much. Guy made a choice, and it's an interesting one.
Ferocious wind!
I'd ask what language that is, but honestly, I think he was just trying to do something cool and it came out weird. He's probably horribly embarrassed by it, honestly.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
He's just gonna keep saying that, isn't he? I think he is. This is where he practices being Mystere. He does seem to have a rather fully formed shtick, doesn't he? This can't have been the first time he's done this. Trinetta, good morning. How are you doing today, Trinetta? Hope you were having an excellent weekend so far. Alright. Doing good. Have you played this one before, Trinetta? I'm curious. This is my first time through, so I'm unspoiled on this game, but
Discipline feels good. Ha!
I'm loving it so far. The Kamen Rider spin-off show you did not see off screen. I never saw this coming. It's true. Not just checking the mask knob, he was practicing the voice too. I have no doubt. Let's see. Earth, welcome in. How are you doing today? Yes, and not only that, but we have met the legendary man of mystery, Mystere. He's so mysterious. Woo, excellent, Trinetta. I can tell you so far, I'm enjoying the heck out of this game. It's so charming. We are just starting on Disc 2 today, so I'm excited for the progress. That little voice sample. Oh man, Forspoken. I've been very curious about that one. I know the reviews have not been kind, but I don't know, the combat looks pretty cool. So I'm very curious about that one. Map is huge. I do love a good open map. So that seems neat. I take it you're gonna finish that one. Is that one on your list for 100%ing, or are you just playing through it? I'm curious.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
He never gets tired of saying that. Literally never. Working on the 100%. Nice. Good luck to you then. That's awesome. Guard's just a little grouchy. I mean, if my boss came running in wearing a weird mask and started beating the shit out of all my coworkers, I gotta think I'd be a little grouchy as well. I gotta imagine. It's never actually come up, for me, but it seems like a pretty obvious bet. Stray Dog, who is this mysterious newcomer? His name is Myster, and he stands for truth, and also for justice. Both of those things he stands for. And no one knows his identity either. Literally no one. No one in the entire world has any idea about his identity. Not even a guess. You only stand for pie? I'll stand for pie. If you're gonna stand for something, pie seems like a good place to start. And discipline. He has a thing about discipline. You can't stop talking about it. It's a little weird, I will admit. Not quite sure how to deal with it. But he's fully about it. New glasses come first, that seems fair. The mask is so classy. I'm just gonna show off his sprite again because I can't stop laughing at it. Recovery may be had for a donation of 100 silver. No. No, that's highway robbery. Go to hell. Alright, so we need to... He mentioned that there's an underground passage to get to the other towers, so that's where we're going. We'll go to the other towers and we will rescue our other party members. Ooh, Flame Reaper, that's a new type of enemy. I don't know if we can get away with the same trick here. It is getting to be a long hike, that's for sure.
Ferocious wind!
And they're a little bit fast, too.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
It's so ridiculous. Ooh, that guy survived. Rude. Get him, Ruby! See how much he's got left in the tank. Not much. Especially after a nice crit. Alright. Let's take a little peek down here. That is a long passageway, holy crap. Now, Myster has never even heard of Leo. I don't think they've ever talked. I don't think they've ever met. I certainly have never seen the two in the same room together. You know, second. Had to make breakfast now. You have a mysterious new ally who I've never seen before and cannot guess the identity of. That's just how mysterious he is, Brooks. Nobody has any idea about his identity. He could be anybody. Personally, I'm seeing some blue hair there. Might be Lucia. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't want to rule that out. It's a possibility. Mysterious Galleon? I mean, could be. Again, I can't rule anything out. It could be. I don't feel like I know anything anymore. I thought I did. I thought I knew how the world worked, and then this guy came out of nowhere, and now I just don't know. I just don't know. He might be Hero as well. It's possible we're imagining this whole thing. Just a figment of my imagination.
Discipline feels good.
It does kind of seem like something I would dream up. Stray Dog has invested twice in a Harvester sequel right there. And, oh, a third time as well. Now we're getting somewhere. The ante has been upped. So I think if we're going to have any guest characters whatsoever in Harvester 2, we definitely need to get Myster in there. This guy is hot, hot, hot right now. Top of the charts, super popular. Everybody's asking, who is Myster? You know, people want to know. People want to know, and honest, I want to know too. put him in there, have him show up as a mysterious sidekick. Every time things start getting tough, he shows up, kicks everybody's ass, and everyone's like, wow, that's so cool. He should be exactly like Poochie. That's good marketing right there. Every time Mystere isn't on screen, all the kids should be asking, where's Mystere? That's going to be our big selling point. Harvester 2 featuring Mystere. That's the million seller right there. Alright, let's go ahead and make a save here. Mystere is so hot right now. Some sort of mysterious stranger. Also good reference there. Honestly, when I heard that line when he first came in, I'm like, that sounds like a Tuxedo Mask line. Alright, I would like to rescue Ronfar first if we can. Because it seems like we might be able to pick the order we rescue people in which case I want to get Ronfar first, because he's our healer. And that would be excellent. That seems like the wise strategy right here. They're doing more Sailor Moon stuff, that makes sense. It is a very popular IP. The Phantom Stranger leaves DC Comics and arrives in the world of JRPGs. I do like the Phantom Stranger, he's a cool character. I have watched the original Sailor Moon series and nothing else. What would be your name? Oh jeez. Can't just spring that on me, Lost. That's something you gotta spend years thinking about. Planning and pondering and consulting a marketing department. Oh, I don't even know. Where would I even start? Shada's Justice? I mean, I do appreciate justice. Enos, the mass dispenser of justice. That is very mysterious. I like that. No one would be able to guess from that. Yeah, that was really cool. I know the exact comic you're talking about, and it was really neat. Alright, so this is... Yes, this is the tower where Ronfar was being held. So let's do this one first if we can. 30 years! Jeez, that does feel pretty crazy. 30 years. Alright. One of these. One of these. Ooh, he's actually resistant to
Ferocious wind!
Seems like he's resistant to magic too. Maybe just wind?
Discipline feels good. Ha!
He's real strong, I can tell you that. Get him, Ruby! Ah, there we go. Can hit him with a cross boomerang, that'll do some damage.
Dodge this!
Nice hit. Didn't finish him though. Ow! There we go. Alright, Hero has leveled up. Plus 2 agility, plus 2 speed, plus 2 magic defense. I find it hilarious that even though they were trying to erase the gay, they always succeeded in somehow making the whole thing worse. Oh, we can't put any gay in Sailor Moon. That's horrendously offensive. Weird and gross. No, no. We'll just make it vaguely incestuous. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. Patting myself on the back, giving myself a raise. Done. One of the strangest decisions in the history of censorship. I'll give you that. As American as apple pie, that. Nailed it first try, didn't even have to think about it. Beautiful. Print it, done. 10 out of 10, no notes. And Hero got a new ability that is a line instead of a zone. That's pretty cool. Alright, very cool. Alright, so let me kill this guy, and then I'll see if we can get away with going down to the statue again. Alright. And you go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Let's try that.
Ferocious wind!
Because she's a dwarf now! I mean, it's not a real planet, that's true. So, you know, that's important to remember.
You need a spanking.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, Mystere, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that. It sounded like you said something, really... what? I thought we were done with all the unhinged stuff from yesterday, but no. No, it's back. No, it's unhinged again now. You heard that right, Chad? I'm not completely insane. He definitely just said that. I don't know how to deal with what's happening in this game right now. I'm beside myself. Game was never hinged in the first place, it's probably true. He did already establish that discipline feels good. He was really harping on that. I have heard that voice clip in Finn's stream. I was not aware of the context. And I don't know what to do with myself now. Yeah, I guess we already established we know nothing about Mystere, and now I know something about Mystere, which is that he's a man of particular tastes. Oh shit, the monsters are respawning here. Shit. Alright, so we can't quite get away with this trick forever anymore. We're pretty much done with that. That is unfortunate.
Ferocious wind!
I'm not kink shaming him, that's fine. It's just, there's a difference between having a kink and making it your entire identity. And I'm a little concerned about Mystere now is all.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Discipline does feel good, yeah, that's true, I guess. Hero's down. It's fine, we'll deal with him in a second. Yeah, let your flag fly. Just, you know, don't make it your entire identity is all. Is he Proto-Bayonetta? Yes. I'm going to assume that Bayonetta was 100% inspired by this game. 100%. Alright. So I'm assuming that means when we go up, the monster's going to be back up there, which is unfortunate. Viltrikin, welcome in. How are you doing today? Alright, hang on. Let me see if the monsters respawn. Oh, they didn't. Maybe I was wrong. Alright, that's good. When a king offers mercy to a peasant who stole money for their sick family, there's another word for mercy, like absolution, vindication, forgiveness. It's a much more medieval word, more sophisticated. Oh, that is a tough one. Is it abeyance? Is that the word I'm thinking of? I think that's in the neighborhood, at least. Another weirdly censored Sailor Moon scene is the one cross-dressing villain who dramatically reveals that he has no breasts, but in the censored version, they just made him a woman. So it just kind of looks like he randomly flashes everyone and moves on. Yeah, that's better, right? That's solved. Oh my god. 90s era censorship was wild. Hippie haiku, Mr. Falcon. Amnesty is in the neighborhood too. You could use that one. Probably don't need to fight every monster here. It was a weird time. It really was. Still gonna keep fighting some of them though. There we go. We're using the spell again. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens there.
You need a spanking.
That's just what he says. That is in fact what he says every single time we use it. Can confirm. Alright. We have learned that now. Good to know. Clemency, that could work too. That'd fit. I should check. Have you checked a thesaurus yet? That might help.
Feels good. Ha!
I don't often use a thesaurus, but sometimes when you're writing, it's the best thing to go to. That might have the word for you. Currently -10 with high winds. Oh geez, Rooks. I hope you're able to stay safe wherever you're at. That is spooky stuff. It is still a weird time. The times are not getting any less weird. I can confirm that. Alright.
Dodge this!
Damage there.
You need a spanking.
Feels crisp! Wow! Well, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the important part there. Ow, why is everybody determined to beat up a hero there? What the heck? Nice crit. And he's down. Ow. Alright, there we go. Canada's a wild place and we live by different rules. I'm hearing that. That is insane. Whew. Well, enjoy your weather then. Only 14 degrees here with sunshine and all, but my weather app is like, watch out, dangerous weather conditions. I mean, it's still pretty chilly. It's not, you know, batten down the hatches and prepare to survive conditions, but still, I wouldn't go out if I don't have to conditions at least. Brisk as hell? I'm surprised no one's ever tried to make a beverage where that's the slogan. It's brisk as hell. Alright. I'm really glad I discovered that some dungeons you can just run back to those statues and replenish everything. It's kind of nice just being able to go super hard in these dungeons. I do like that. Yeah, they probably would get sued by Brisk Iced Tea. This is true. Although Brisk had some very cool commercials back in the day. I loved those stop motion ones they did. Those were so neat. Clemency, there's a good one. Clemency. Still, if you haven't checked a thesaurus, I definitely would. Let's see, Rooks, you made pancakes this morning and you're under a blanket with tea. That sounds cozy as heck. I dig it. Alright, let's see, hit everybody with Vortex. Grizzle Blade.
Ferocious wind!
Ah, you already did check the thesaurus, fair enough. Like I said, if it is an archaic word, it might not pop up necessarily. Wow, that crit!
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Hero is just straight up not having a good time today. These guys hit so hard. Ow! Alright. Let's finish these guys off. There we go. Ow! And he's still alive. See if we can finish him off here. There we go. Let's see, it's been raining here. Last week, all week it had been raining. Weekend's been nice with night rains. Next week it's supposed to rain most of the week as well. That's not as bad. Over here we got some snow. We've had some brutally cold temperatures. What is it right now? I don't think it's too bad right now. My weather app says it's also 14 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very cold but not terrible. Completely boring gray day. That's not too bad. In a season where you're getting a lot of brutally cold temperatures, sometimes the mediocre ones are not too bad. You like the cold, Asanka. I'll say this: I like the contrast. Like, if I was in a place that was hot all the time, I'd get bored with it. And if I was in a place that was cold all the time, I'd get bored with it too. So I like having the swing between them. But unfortunately, in Chicago, we only kind of have 2 seasons, which are too hot, too cold. And right now, we're very much in the midst of too cold season. You can bundle up, and that is nice. I do have some good quality blankets. And sometimes it's nice to just bury yourself under blankets. It's true, Hisanka. And you know, I think it's especially nice when you get a season where it gets cold, but not like ever super uncomfortably cold. I think that's cool. That especially is a nice season to be in, I think. Let's see. Well, here in my part of Florida, we're at 68. Oh, it's comfy as heck. I'll take cold over heat. If it's cold, I can put in more layers. That's true. Heat is a lot tougher to deal with. Both as far as clothing and just even like engineering is really tricky. Pretty nice as far as cold weather goes, but it still feels like winter. I prefer it, like if it's gonna get low, I prefer if it just hangs around freezing. Like this is just way too cold. Way too cold for my taste. Oh, and there's so many monsters on this floor, god damn it. I feel like the game didn't want me to do this tower first. I'm kind of getting that vibe. Maybe I wasn't necessarily supposed to do this to start. But what are we supposed to do? We're already here. We're already here, we're doing the thing. We have made the decision that we are going to save Run for our first.
Ferocious wind!
From the series ER, where it seems like it always called... It was like always winter in ER, wasn't it? I haven't thought about that till now, but yeah, why was it always winter on ER? And Emily, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you were having a fantastic weekend. 40C! If there is a too hot, that's it right there. That is incredibly too hot. What the hell? Less snow right now? I've still got a bit on the ground. It started melting off, but didn't get all the way there. So yeah, we do still have some of that. Can confirm. Let's see. Snow to the north here, not where I live, but about 200 kilometers north of here. Interesting. Alright, see if we can finish this guy off now. There we go. Hope stream has been good so far. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I've been loving this game. We just met a new character, Myster, the Man of Mystery. He's so mysterious, I don't even have any guesses who he is. It's wild. Yeah, they're saying out here it could be a record-setting high as far as temperatures this summer, which, please no. I would very much like it if that wasn't the thing.
Ferocious wind!
But we'll see, I guess. God, these guys hit so hard.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
I really think I probably made this harder on myself than it needed to be. Ow. Everybody hits so hard in this place. Alright, yeah, just do another all hit. Why not? Alright, enjoy your walk, Asanka. Sounds like just the weather for it. And thanks for stopping by if we don't see you again, but if we do, we'll see you in a bit.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Ah, smart move there, Viltrigan. That could work. Alright, let's hit this guy with some melee to finish him off. Alright. Alright, we already took a huge beating there, so I'm going right back to heal. I apologize for all the delays for running back and forth, but this tower is really hard. So I am not taking any chances. And I don't want to be fighting necessarily every enemy, but we do want all the chests. Because any gear that would make my life easier at this point is a good thing. Alright. Don't apologize, this game has a habit of getting spicy. That's actually why I put off this game for so long. I've heard, especially the end game of this game, is incredibly difficult. And if nothing else, I've heard it's markedly harder than Silver Star Story. That was already a pretty challenging game. So far we're on Disc 2, and I think we've only had 3 game overs? Which isn't terrible, but yeah, it is a challenging game. I'll definitely say that. One of the more challenging JRPGs we played on screen. Probably the first JRPG, probably the hardest of all the JRPGs we played on stream, I'd say. Yeah, the first dungeon was mean. There's no way around that. The first dungeon was just mean. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. It just was. What a mean dungeon. It got easier after that. I was a little terrified. I'm like, if the whole game's like this, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Thankfully, it was not. Excuse me.
Ferocious wind!
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Yeah, the bosses have pretty much all universally been really challenging. Absolutely. Again, so far none of the bosses have been unfair, but yeah, they're not to be trifled with, that's for sure. Can I ask what you're looking for the word for? I'm curious now. I don't think I asked that before.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
I'm very curious. Yeah, Magic Tester was a cool boss, but holy crap, that was a hard boss. We did technically beat him on the first try, though, so I can't complain too much, but yeah, he was not playing games. Silver Light, I'll take that. I was hoping to get to the other chest. Maybe it was a piece of gear. I'd never be able to finish a book and get stuck on every single word. That is actually a legitimate problem when you're writing stuff. Can confirm.
Ferocious wind!
Alright, we'll take these guys down, we'll check the chest, and then we'll head back downstairs. Hit the statue again.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
I'm curious where we're at on XP though, because we have been getting in a lot of fights, but on the other hand, these guys are not giving good XP, which is a little bit frustrating. Oh, that's fair. Learning new words is definitely a noble pursuit. So I applaud you for that. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Ow. There we go. Yes, this is my first playthrough, and I'm mostly unspoiled. I know a couple things that are pretty cool, but I've been shocked by this game repeatedly, and I'm here for it. Hellfire Staff! Holy crap. Well, unfortunately, we don't have Lumina with us, but I bet if we get her back, she's going to enjoy that. I have a personal dictionary that I use for less than usual words. That's really cool, and it sounds handy, as a matter of fact. I had a friend whose family had moved here from Poland, and his mom actually had an electronic dictionary back in the days before smartphones that she would use to look up words that she was looking for, and I thought that was a really cool way to learn language. And it was really neat. Alright, there we go. Back up to full. And we are not anywhere near getting any more levels, unfortunately. Yeah, they were! Like, it was just such a cool piece of technology. I'm just like, what is that? That's so cool. Wait to spoil it for anyone? I respect that. I really do. I know I had a friend in college, too, that had a one of those word-a-day desk calendars. And every day she'd try to work the word of the day into conversation. And I always thought it was funny because some of the words were really tough to work into conversation. Like, I specifically remember the day I found out this was a thing, was the day the word of the day was amorphous. And that's not an easy one to work into conversation right there. Alright, what are we at? Tower, we're at floor 4, and we know there's maybe 5 or 6. Doesn't look like there's anybody on this floor, though, so that's handy. Aha! Hey, Ronfar! Man, I thought the cavalry would never get here. Can't tell you how glad I am to see y'all. Hey Leo, what's with the mask? He's pretending to be some kind of nutty super knight called Mystere. Go figure. Well then, Mystere it is. Now then, get a load of what happened to me. I'm in a serious pile of poo. Yeah, let's see what happened to him, I'm curious. My dear Ronfar, why have you come all this way to see me? There is nothing left to discuss. Our love has grown cold. Don't say that, Maori. I've been running from my true self. I realized that when last I saw you. It was then that I knew in my heart that I can't live without you. I realized that I need you in my life. But we must find a way to free you from under the spell you're toiling under. But Ronfar, I am this way because of you. Don't you see? We can never go back. Don't say that, Maori. You have no idea how I torment myself with the knowledge that I turned you into this. I was the one that made you drink the medicine from the supposed goddess. But Ronfar, how wrong you are. It is you who have changed. Love me for the way I am, and return to the ways of the goddess. Prove your love with a kiss, darling. Maori, I can't join you here. Can't you see that the goddess is a fraud? And worse, she's imprisoned you in some kind of eternal darkness. I'm here to get you out, to find the real Maori again, to bring you sanity's requiem. Oh, Ronfar, let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about the times we used to have, the games we used to play. Let's forget about this crazy mess that both of us are in. I wish I could, Maori. You have no idea how badly I wish for that to be. There's more at stake here than just us. You gotta give me some straight answers before I can help you. Tell me, what is really going on in this terrible city? Why is it that you never show the sweet smile of innocence I fell in love with? All I see now is the fire of hate in your eyes. Maori, you have to tell me before I can help you. Enough of this nonsense, Ronfar. Nothing has changed except you. I am the same person you fell in love with. But Maori, you have changed. If you cannot accept me for who I am and join me in Althena's glorious service, I'm afraid I'll have to end your pathetic life along with the others. And that is what I've... Ronfar, this is not me. Help! I am awash in a sea of darkness. I'm right here. Please, hurry. Maori, what in the world is going on in here? Are you in there, Maori? Come back! Ha 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 ha! That's one way to shut you up. Can't believe those memories still exist. I will soon wash them from this wretched mind. That is very dramatic, but I like it. And when I woke up, I was in this comfy little cell counting hash marks. Can't believe that I could have been such a fool. Maori's obviously under some kind of black spell from the false goddess. It has been ever since the day I cured her from the disease. That imposter goddess will pay for what she's done to Maori. Believe me, she will pay. Let me get caught up on shit. Frumpy, I love it. Squamous, Cyclopean, non-Euclidean. Oh, that is really cool, Lost. I love those things so much. Scrutinize the game more. That's a good word. That's a word you can work in a conversation. We have an Usopp. I love it. What do you mean, Allie Lordswood? Usopp never wore a mask. There was that other guy, but yeah, he looked nothing like Usopp. I mean, he is very raunchy. Very much the ladies' man. Let's talk about that game of Hungry Hungry Hippos that I totally had won until you cheated, Ronfar. Now death. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we have Ronfar back, and Ronfar has level parity with Hero. So they're both level 30 now. Very nice. Very nice. Did he get any extra spells? He did. He didn't have this before. Recovery coin may revive fainted allies? Oh god, it's another random one. That's terrifying. May, it says. Oh yeah, Manifold Garden. I've played Manifold Garden. That game is crazy. Very much makes me dizzy. Alright, let's make a save here. Yeah, that word may is making me very nervous. I don't think that's a spell I'll be using very often. Alright, so let's head back down to the underground tunnel. We'll go ahead and, we don't actually need to use the statue at the moment because we're at full health. And I think we're going to go after Lamina next. Do we go after Lamina? Yeah, I think we'll go after Lamina next. That'll be good, and then we'll get Jean last. Does it do anything else, though? It doesn't say, but also it doesn't say what happens if you use it and it doesn't res the party. Is there a backlash? I don't know. Motion sickness or fear of heights, that's what gets me. I have a little bit of vertigo, and Manifold Garden definitely does mean things. Alright. Still got a monster right there. I'm gonna run on past him. Because I can. This guy will fight though. Alright. Let's hit these guys with a wind attack. You hit him with Dancing Thunder. Grizzle Blade. There you go.
Ferocious wind!
Oh yeah, Dying Light made me actually queasy. Straight up made me queasy. It's just sometimes, like when you fall off a building, or not Dying Light, what is that game? Mirror's Edge. Oh my god, whenever I fall off a building in Mirror's Edge, I got nauseous.
You always hurt the ones you love.
God, that game is so intense. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. Mirror's Edge is such a cool game. But, whoa, oh man. My stomach's quaking just thinking about it now. I streamed that, but it was in the pre-cam era, so you couldn't see me getting green around the edges. Maybe I should stream it again one of these days. That could be fun.
Ferocious wind!
You can definitely see me pausing after deaths to catch my breath. That did happen.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Alright. I still haven't gotten around to playing the second Mirror's Edge, though. I know I tested it out, and It seemed to really, really like timed missions, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But I did like that it was a bit more open world, at least. We might play that on stream someday still. It is still technically on my list. But yeah, Assassin's Creed never really made me queasy. Dying Light did sometimes, though. Dying Light, sometimes you get really high up and things get pretty spooky. Can confirm. Alright, so this is the tower where Lamina should be held, because this is where we saw her last. Let's see how she's holding up. So basically we're going to try like we did before. We're going to try and clear a floor, grab any loot, and then head back and heal, and then continue. See, I haven't actually played much Far Cry, so that I gotta get it onto at some point. And we got a new enemy here, the Flash Lord. Let's just hit him with Poe Sword. Destiny dice? Sure. Chat, I will need your help with the Destiny dice.
Dodge this!
Ooh, good hit.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
So weird. Alright, oh, no Destiny dice needed, it turns out. Once you played one, you played them all. See, I was considering playing some Far Cry on the stream, and I was like, I will start with Far Cry 1. No, that's a bad idea. Don't start with Far Cry 1. Far Cry 1 actually, out of the box, has a little bit of a bug on modern PCs. And that bug is that NPCs can both see and shoot through tents. And considering that most of the game takes place in military-style tents, that's very bad and makes stealth basically impossible. There's fan patches for it, but it's still a bad situation. Alright. See, honestly, just start with Far Cry 3. I think that's the right way to go there. Oh yeah, motion sickness is brutal. Murdered Soul Suspect, that is interesting. Tiredness could definitely have something to do with it. Chat, odd or even. First one to call it out gets it. What do you think? Viltrican says odd, we're going with it.
Lady Luck, be kind!
It's even! Lose! Boo! Did Shane just advocate stealth? Oh yeah, I think stealth is a great idea. It's an idea I can't pull off, but it is a good idea. If you are capable of stealth, please do. And then explain to me how it works, so that I may try it in the future. Alright. You really don't get any... Yeah, you don't get any iframes coming out of a battle. That's weird. I'm like, I should be able to dodge one of these guys with iframes. Nope. Iframes, never heard of her. Let's hit him. Destiny dice. And Crucible Blade.
Dodge this!
I mean, I've played games that are almost entirely stealth on stream, just not well.
Discipline feels good.
Remember that one where we had to follow somebody through cameras? I forget what that one was called, but that one was cool. No iframes, only I. There's no I in team, but there is one in iframes. What does that mean? I have no idea. But it seems almost deep. Jewel Gauntlet. Let's see what that is. I think that's actually for one of the ladies. I think they're the ones that usually wear gauntlets. Alright. Can't equip that quite yet. Call them me frames because I need them. They're for me. Seems almost meaningful. Oh god, is that wizard gonna keep respawning? Shoot, we had such a good run with none of the monsters respawning here. Meaning adjacent, I like that. I can accept this. Let's do that. Destiny dice, and Grizzly. Iframes, you frames, we all frame for iframes. Give me them iframes, I will take them.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Alright. Whew, taking some damage there. Chet, even Rod! You call it, I'll pick it. What do you think? First person to say it gets it. Let's see, Alley Lord's Wood is first, says Odd. Well, the Rook's Honor called it too. And it's even! No! That's a loss. Alright, Dr. Time, I hope you're able to get some sleep this time. Thanks for hanging around with us, I appreciate that. And you take care of yourself. Success! We won anyway. Can't really argue with results there. Oh god, those guys are gonna keep respawning. Shoot. I might have to see if we can dodge some more encounters now. This is getting absurd.
Ferocious wind!
Alright, we'll hit it with that. And heroes down, of course.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Not with that attitude, it's true. That's quitter talk right there is what that is. Alright. There's the statue right here, finally. Whew. Alright. We are still not getting any closer to a level. These guys are just giving terrible XP. Alright, we're gonna see if we can dodge some encounters if we can. I don't know that there are gonna be many that we can dodge, but like these guys just aren't giving us anything. Straight on that ferocious wind doesn't make my eyes uncomfortable. And in the flashing images... Huh, that is really interesting. I have never heard of that kind of condition, but that is interesting. Unfortunate, but interesting. We got the chest there. Go ahead and save. Again. Alright. Oh god, that is way too many enemies. We're gonna see if we can dodge some of these guys, though. Groshin, welcome in. That is a good call. That is pretty much right on the nose there. How are you doing today? Hope everything is going good with you. And Crystal Blade. Eric Director, welcome in. How's you doing today? Hope you're doing well.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Nice. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna try and run from some of these guys, but they're so close. Oh god, we're gonna have to fight at least one more. I'll see if I can get past the other two. No promises. Pull sword behind the back. Destiny dice. There's a blade. Alright. Also, somebody was asking how the search for a new flavor of Void Juice is going. I got a couple of candidates. This is another new one, though. Oh, it's bitter. Oh, not that one. Was worth a try, but I'm gonna say no on that one. Woo. Chat, which one should I do, even or odd? I'm leaving it in your hands again. You've got a perfect win rate so far. Viltrican says even. We're going with that.
Lady Luck, be high.
It is even. That's a win. Didn't actually finish him off, but I'll take it. That's some decent damage. And Hero's paralyzed because, of course, everyone's just bullying him. Beautiful. And we got Angel's Tear. Alright, make a break for the door! Woo! Alright, we do actually have a healer now, thank goodness, so drop some healing on Hero. Because we can do that now. Grab his chest. Ritual hairpin, once again for the ladies, so we can't actually equip it on anybody right now. That's unfortunate. Dodge some more enemies there, so that's nice. 2 odds make an even! Who'd have thunk it? Has it been even 3 times in a row? That's interesting. Alright, so again, back. Just in guys. Here's a blade.
Dodge this.
This is a really long dungeon, too. I just want to point that out. Super long dungeon. Oh, that's a crit.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Need to stop supporting them and get some Unity Lords going, please. There's no security there either. It's been years. Alright. Heals? Sure. There we go. Alright. No enemies on this floor, that's super cool. So we'll go ahead and save here. I think that means... Yeah, look, this looks like 5th floor, so it looks like we are about to find Lumina and figure out what happened to her. Hey, Lumina! Phew, talk about mega nick of time. I didn't know if you guys were even still alive. Hey, who's the festive dude in the party mask? Funny you should ask. We're playing a little game. Lord Leo has decided to play this part called Mystère, and we're playing along. We're not supposed to know who he is, but he's helping us, I think? Well, whatever floats his boat. Anyways, you'll never guess what that mega mangy creep Borgin did. Well, well, if it isn't my dear Lamina. You're the last waif I would have expected to see in Pentagulia. Zip it, you overweight toad. I'm tired of listening to your trite speeches. I have 3 reasons for being here. The first is to rescue my mother. The second is to make certain that you never set foot in Vane again. And the last is to make sure you pay us a fat wad of compensation for what you've done. I find your manners so... I don't know... delicious. You're always so hell-bent on changing others. Perhaps you should consider changing yourself. Besides, your sweet mother is no longer in Pentagulia. She's busy making a new home for us in Neo Vane, my illustrious magic city. Neo Vane? Yes, that's right, Cupcake. Neo Vane. And surprise of surprises, she loves it there. But why wouldn't she? Her surroundings are those of a queen. I have given her the finest of all that this world has to offer. And all that I ask is that she grow to love me. Despite what you think, it can be done. If you try hard enough, I'm certain you can grow to find affection for me as well. I'll think of you as the daughter I never had. Daughter? Yes, soon Miria will agree to be my wife. I can feel it. After Mira and I are united, your ability to revive the Magic Guild of Vane will be forever sealed. I'm afraid you don't stand a chance of stopping me, Cream Puff. I won't allow you to do this. I'd suggest you get a handle on your emotions, sweetie. Soon the only words you'll utter will be those of a loyal daughter. When Zophar is revived, the power of Neovane will finally be... Oops, I almost let the cat out of the bag. I must let you in on that little secret until we're back in Neovane. Believe me, Poopsie, you'll feel right at home. But since you seem a little adverse to the idea right at the moment, I'd best put you in a holding cell. Sweet dreams, daughter. Creepy as hell! Budget Baron Harkonnen, he totally is. Just look at me, there's so very much to love. What a lovable crater-faced parade float. Alright, take care of yourself, Turatark. Glad to have you with us as always. You have a good rest. We'll see you around. DB Stewart, welcome in. Yes, I've met Mystere, the man of mystery. No idea who he could be. He's so mysterious. He's so very mysterious. There is no way I'm going back to Neovane with that tepid bucket of lard. I've got to find a way out of here so I can rescue my mother. And besides, I don't get what Borgin said about Zophar. Are he and the Chosen somehow connected? I have my concerns. Alright, I think we have some gear for Lamina, so let's take a quick look. We did find this Hellfire staff. See, I think we probably want the Thunder staff for right now, because I think some of the monsters in here are weak against it. But let's try the Hellfire staff first. We'll see how that works. And then 4 extra defense for the Jewel Gauntlet? Sure. I'll take that. And the Ritual Hairpin is more defense, but it takes our magic defense down a bunch. So I'm going to hold off on that. I bet Jean's going to want that, so we'll see. The music is very good, but wow, this section is super long. Let's see. Bro, this section, have you killed God yet? No, but it's a JRPG, so you know we have to eventually. Every JRPG tends to end with a bunch of teenagers killing God. So we'll get there, I'm sure. Only a matter of time. Alright. Have you heard all those battle lines? Do you mean the one where he says you need a spanking? Yes, I have heard the one where he says you need a spanking. And I'm still trying to come to grips with it. I don't know what to do with that one. I have no idea. Happy Hour! No, that's Ronfar right there. We love Ronfar though. Let's also this guy. Destiny Dice. They are weak against fire. So that's nice. He's still in the pen studio. Oh god! Rooks! I mean, you know. I mean, it feels good. I mean, oh, hey, look, he's sorting people. There we go. We got some holy water out of it, too. Not bad. Alright. Also, I forgot to check, but yeah, Lamina did get upscaled to 30 as well. So that's nice. I don't think she got any new spells. Dispel magic. I don't know if she had dispel magic before, but I like that. Oh, run! There we go. Whew. Yeah, these guys give such garbage XP, I don't mind dashing past them when I can. Alright, we'll get back to the statue, we'll heal up, and then we only have one person left to save. And that's Jean. And then I guess we try and break out of here? Get the hell out of Pentagulia and figure out what our next move is? I don't know. We're clearly in no shape to be taking on Galleon right now. Even with a full party, I don't think we'd stand a chance against him. Alright. So I believe this is where we're heading. Southwest. This should be the one direction, one tower we haven't got to yet. No one like him in the world. No one whatsoever. He's just got this unique vibe to him, man. I can't really describe it. It's just so him. It's so cool, man. And I'll kill the guys in this hallway and then I'll head back to the statue.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
He says that a lot too. Discipline feels good. He's real big on that one. Oh yeah, Doc Melvin, that is a good deal too. Especially if you don't really have any Pathfinder stuff to begin with. It's a very good basis to start out with. And I believe it's all 2E stuff as well. Which, right now, everybody's out of stock of the physical copy of 2E. Once that comes back in stock, I'm planning to get myself a copy of the 2E core book. What if Mysteria is just the mask and Leo's possessed? What do you mean about Leo? He doesn't look anything like Leo. I mean, Leo's got the hair, and his cape is a totally different style. The hem, look at the hem of the cape. It's nothing like that. And like, Leo doesn't say anything about discipline. That's totally different. Can't be Leo. No, I've already ruled that one out. We don't know who Mysteria is, but it's obviously not Leo. Personally, I'm thinking blue hair. I bet it's Lucia. That's what I'm thinking. The blue hair is a dead giveaway. It's obviously Lucia. I know this game thinks it's being clever. I got it figured out. Nope. I'm already got this solved. Sorry, game. Try again next year. Masked Leo looks nothing like Leo.
Ferocious wind!
Gamagumo, how are you doing today? Look there, reporter Clark Kent gave a full interview with Mysteria, and even his investigative prowess couldn't penetrate that middle. We may never know. I know we've still got plenty of this game left, but we may never know who Mysteria's true identity is. I think we should just come to terms with it. Tux Leo mask! How dare you! Too accurate, too real, man. Too real. Sir, do you know how much sarcasm you're carrying with me? Oh god, was I over the weight limit? I'm so sorry. Alright, take this guy out and then we'll head to the tower. See what we can do in there. Power sword this guy. Destiny dice. Rain and Grizzly. Sarcasm is so mature. Mysteria's like, my work here is done, but you didn't do anything. Ow! Chat, what should I do for Destiny Dice, even or odd? The choice is in your hands. What does Destiny tell you, Chad? What's the dice gonna come up this time? Gamagumo says even.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Actually, everybody's saying even, except it is even. Wait, is that 4 evens in a row? Huh. 4 evens in a row. Should I just be guessing even every time? Maybe I should. All right. Yeah, we're healed up. I think it's been even every single time. John, you can't even. Well, I'll tell you, I can. All right. Let's go ahead and save again. God, this is such a long dungeon. We've been in this dungeon for 2 hours already, and we're not done yet. Whew. Man, we're not gonna dodge that guy. I don't think we're gonna dodge the other guy either. New boots and Lego! That sounds like an excellent reward for a job well done. Congratulations. I think I'm doing chores very wrong or very right. If that's wrong, I don't ever want to be right. Congratulations. Let's see. Cold sword this guy. Destiny dice, everybody. His claw and where's the blade? Boots made of Lego probably wouldn't be very comfortable, but if you kick somebody with them, they would feel it. They would feel it.
Discipline feels good. Ha!
Good hit on those guys. Ow. They do some good damage, though. Chat, even. I'm gonna try even. You know, let's just keep trying even.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Oh, it was on! The one time I'm like, I guess it's even every time.
Storm!
Curse my arrogance. Lady Luck was not kind. Not even a little bit. Alright, doesn't look like there's any treasure on this floor, though. Unfortunate. Lulled into a false sense of security. They tricked me. I didn't ask chat, that's true. That was my undoing right there. I'm just like, I don't even need you guys anymore, chat. I've got this. And then immediately punished for my hubris. Brought low. Just right away. What do you know? It figures. Let's use ice arrows on one of these guys. Looking forward to having a perpetual vase of flowers on your desk. That sounds adorable.
This.
Yeah, Lady Luck does not like being taken for granted. That is the truth.
Fang of justice.
There we go. I'll see if I can conserve a little bit of mana so I don't have to keep running downstairs. Chat, even rod! I'm leaving it up to you this time. I'm not going to try doing that myself again. It's too much responsibility. I can't handle it. It's too much stress. Give me almost even.
Lady Luck, be kind.
It was odd. Lady Luck was not kind. Rain, you called it.
Ice storm!
Alright, we'll just melee this dude down. Hey, Luna, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you are having an excellent weekend. Alright. So that's this floor taken care of. Do some quick healing. Statistical outliers. Oh yeah, I've run into a few of them. One or two here and there. Ooh! Alright, got past those two. I don't think I'll be able to pull that trick on the return, though. That Great Wave is such a gorgeous piece. Yeah, it's cold over here too, Luna. I feel that. Alright. Throwing down the Destiny dice. Back out with an Ice Arrow. Let's go with the Flash Blade. Nanoblocks Dragon, nice. It definitely is a time investment. So, no shame in not being able to get around to it yet.
Fang of justice.
I just love that Mysteria isn't just a guy in a mask, it's this fully featured character. Chat, odd or even? Need some help again. We got 2 guys here. We gotta wallop them. Casita says on.
Lady Luck, be kind!
It was on. Woo! I took a guy out too. Very nice.
Ice storm!
There we go. Alright, let's see what's in this chest. Oh, another jewel gauntlet. Alright, we'll probably give that to, Oh, he didn't give the one we have to, Lamina. Well. We can always sell it if we really don't want it. We'll see. I've still got it. We can still decide that. Retire from guessing those. May as well go out on the top. That's always a good way to do it, I think. So while I'm thinking about it... let's see. Put Ron far up there. Let's put her down here. There we go. Make sure they're all the way at the back and protected. Oops. Did that not stick? Ah, there we go. Alright, next floor. Whoop! Another ritual hairpin. Was that the thing we didn't want to equip? I don't know. No, we gave her a jewel gauntlet. It was the ritual hairpin we didn't want to give her because it was drop her magic defense by a bunch. And she's already got more defense than she has magic defense, so I think we can go ahead there. Alright. God, I'm not going to be able to get by either of these clowns. I'll see if I can take the hit on this guy so we can run past the other one. We'll see how it goes. Let's hit this guy. Resting dice. Ice arrows. And flashlight.
Dodge this!
He says dodge this, but I want to make clear I don't actually want them to dodge this.
Justice!
It's just a thing I say, that's all. Chat, even or odd. Once again, destiny is in your hands. What are you feeling here? First one across the line gets it. Alley Lord's one says on.
Lady Luck, be kind!
And it's on! Woo! That's a win. Beautiful. Much appreciated. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can run here. Oh! Alright, we made it around the corner. Beautiful. Was it 4 odds in a row? What is with this? This game is just wacky at this point. Alright. We'll drop a couple more heals. We'll save, and then I believe Jean should be on the next floor. Yeah, Jean should be on the next floor, so we're good. That's odd. This game can't even. Except when I can't even. Alright, hey Jean. I tell you, split the party, it never ends well. Thank goodness. I've been counting the minutes since they locked me up. I'm just glad you're all okay. I was worried. Say, what's Leo doing here? Isn't he working for the fake goddess? Well, yes and no. Near as we can tell, this is some sort of elaborate party game Leo is playing. He's dressed up and calls himself Mystère. And as Mystère, Leo was the one that rescued Hero and me in the first place. Alright then, Mystère it is. Listen, some really bad stuff is going down here. When I went to see Master Lunar to report on the Shadow Dragon cult, I discovered something very interesting. Yeah, this I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Because we thought Lunar was a decent guy. Ah, it has been some time since our last encounter, Jean. What has brought you all the way to Pentagulia? I came here to show you this. It is the mask of the leader of the Shadow Dragon cult. What good is this mask alone? Did you get a look at the leader? No, he covered his face before I could see who it was. However, in his haste to get away, he dropped the mask. His voice seems so very familiar, and yet I cannot put my finger on it. Jean, you always were my best student. But you never knew when to give up, to leave well enough alone. Best student? What are you talking about? It was you! You're the leader of the Shadow Dragon cult! I'm surprised it took you so long to put it together. But then again, you were bred to fight, not to think. And fight you did. Under my watchful eye, your fighting skill increased no less than 100-fold. Yes, but you forced me to use that skill for death and destruction. I was little more than a naive assassin for your corrupt cause. You stole my childhood, Loon. I'll never forgive you for that. Never is such a strong word, Jean. Think about it carefully. I molded you into what you are today. You should be grateful to me. You molded me into what? An emotional wreck who's running from a past I don't understand? Or perhaps a trained killer who can never live a normal life? You took everything I had to advance your own selfish desire and gave me nothing in return. You never cared about me, not really. I was simply another child whose soul you had blackened for your own evil purpose. A trusting child whose innocence you would tear away with no hint of remorse. Jean, you make it all sound so cold, so harsh. I did care about you. Your skill was beyond anything I had encountered. You were special. Could have gone far together, but your rebellion has made us adversaries. I will always be the adversary of evil, and now that I know who you are, you must be stopped. Well then, Jean, the hour is upon us. It's time for your final lesson. And a hard lesson it shall be. I don't believe your karate has grown so very strong. Lun, you can't! And the next thing I knew, I was here in the cell. We must find a way to stop Loon. Cannot be allowed to continue stealing the innocence of little children. His newer, stronger karate of death is called the Shadow Dragon Fist. We cannot allow it to spread. I must take my leave of you now. I have just remembered an urgent matter. Mr. Masked White Knight, thanks for saving us. Why in the world was Leo wearing that kind of getup? He's a weird bird, that's for sure. I think it's because Leo can't help us openly, since his allegiance is to the Chosen. I think he's conflicted. Hopefully he works it out before he thinks this kind of getup is normal. He's playing a dangerous game, though, if the false Althena finds out. Let's not think of that. Alright. We do have a little bit of gear for Jean. Let's go ahead and give her the Jewel Gauntlet. And she definitely wants the Ritual Hairpin. Good deal. And I think she is good otherwise. Let's try the Healing Ring. I want to see how strong that is. And then we'll go from there. Alright. Let me get caught up on chat here. Oh no! Who would have thunk it? Curse this sudden yet inevitable betrayal. My job here is done. That does sound an awful lot like an old wuxia movie. Hey, Emperor! Welcome in! How's your weekend going, Emperor? Glad to have you with us as always. Yeah, I thought he would have killed Jean, but probably he was ordered not to, I suspect. But he could have. I know he could have if he wanted to. Weekend is off to a sleepy start. That sounds nice, though. That sounds cozy. Glad to have you with us. Alright. So so we'll go ahead and save here. And I'm not quite sure where we head from here, because we've hit all the towers now. Now we need to get out of here, but how is the question. Oh, hey, look who it is. I overheard you talking to that masked man that departed a short while ago. I sense that he hides his true identity to better serve those who respect justice. I've been following your progress. Good work. Do not worry, I shall not tell anyone that you have escaped. In fact, I believe we must work together to discover what is truly going on here. I believe that an evil lurks within Althena's organization, and I must root it out. Our first order of business must be to find Lucia and hear her story. I believe she is being held within a secret area of the shrine. The entrance can be found in a chamber in these underground passages. Let's go! Leo, these costume changes are getting kinda old. You gonna be Leo for a while now? We're all friends here, you can drop the pretense. I know nothing of a disguise. Are you drunk again, Ronfar? There's never been any sort of a disguise. Regardless, we do not have time for debate. We must get to the secret area of the shrine at once. I firmly believe that Lucia's life hangs in the balance. Alright, whatever. Oh hey, we have Leo in the party now. What do you know? Leo is such a dork, it's ridiculous. Leo, man, you just missed Mystaire. It's crazy, you would have liked him. He was pretty cool. Ronfar, are you drunk? Yes, but that's beside the point. Alright, let's head to tactics. Let's get everybody lined up here. Put him down there. Put our healer. Put him in the back. Put her right here in the middle. Put her down there. Alright, cool. That should hopefully keep us from getting hit by any zone attacks. I think we're spread out enough. We'll see. Do you remember when Karate was the shit? Those were wild times. Those were wild times. The movies certainly we got were pretty cool. I appreciate those. Alright. Oh, hey! Can we actually... No, we still can't change Leo's equipment, unfortunately. So he's with us, but he's not all the way with us yet. Which is unfortunate. He's also still 6 levels ahead of us. Did anybody else get any new spells? Oh yeah, Jean's 4th spell got upgraded to a zone attack now. So she's now got an AoE Confuse. So all 4 of her spells have been upgraded now. That's cool. Then Chuck Norris happened, unfortunately, and Steven Seagal brought the mood down. Alright. Jukes! Yes! Beautiful, beautiful. Jukes! Yes! Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man! Woohoo! Alright. So the actual underground section is right here. We'll hit up the statue, get all healed up, and then we'll see where this is. The passage should be hidden behind a statue in this area. If we search diligently, we're certain to find it. Let's go, hero. Well, all the statues are in the center portion, I believe, so we'll head up there. Obviously, part of him is with Mystaire. Obviously. What to know Mystaire is to want to be with Mystaire. That's the truth. That is the truth. And you hit him. And you hit him. Alright. Alright, good hits.
Dodge this!
I used to take karate classes. Those movies never point out that those dojos are full of politics and drama. Some of them definitely are, which is, you know, horrible.
I saved this for you, infidel.
I actually took some Taekwondo in high school. Chat, even or odd, pick's yours. What are you thinking? Empress says even.
Lady Luck, be kind.
It was on. Relentlessly, man, I miss Mystere already. Don't worry, Relentlessly. I think if you close your eyes, it's almost like he's still with us. You know, metaphorically, not like literally. It's not like he's like right standing there. That'd be crazy. But you know, in a way, it's like he's still with us. You know, like spiritually. See? That's totally what I meant. Rook's wait, I stepped away. Where did Mystere go? He had other things to do. He's a hero. He can't be bound to one place, you know? Someone else out there needed his help, and so that's where he had to go. Also, I forgot these guys are indestructible while they have a shield up, so this is not going to go well.
I'll take care of this.
Or at least they're invincible to melee, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Cafe Claire, welcome in. How are you doing today? If Shane is games, we can logically conclude that games are Shane, and the stream is therefore Shade PS1 2000. Shane plays Shane, Retro Shade. It's true, but if I say that I'm playing myself, then Twitch gets real uncomfortable, so I have to kind of meter what I'm saying there, unfortunately. Why is Leo facing left? Is he fighting us? He just realized we hadn't seen the other side of his sprite. He's just showing off is all he's doing there. Never been able to catch a fly with a chopstick? You'll never be a kung fu master with that attitude, John. Relentlessly. Oh my god. Mystere has returned to his home planet. Hopefully he didn't die on the way back. That'd be sad. I'm doing great, Claire. How are you doing today? How's your weekend going? Hey, Geek Boy, how is everything going with you? I hope you're doing great. And Hero did actually level up after all that. +2 defense. That's about it. But hey, we're finally getting levels now. Whew. You thought I was merely masked Satan, but in truth it was I, Satan! Fair enough, Geek Boy. Well, here's to a good day up ahead. Doing okay? Wonderful to hear. Alright. Just a few more enemies and then we can hit that statue and get healed up, and that will be lovely. And just the dice. And go ahead and melee. Melee. You go ahead and... Actually, you... Excuse me. Alright.
Dodge this!
Whew, man, this has been such a long dungeon. My goodness. If nothing else, we're going to have a good amount of cash, I think. Hopefully a good amount of cash when we hit town. Chat, even or odd, what are we doing this time? I don't know how many more Destiny and Ice we're going to be throwing in the near future, but I need this one. Empress says even.
Lady Luck, be kind.
It was on. Emperor, your luck is working famously today.
I'll take care of this.
Don't worry, Lamina's gonna take care of it. She didn't take care of it! I was told it was going to be taken care of. I was lied to. I lose! Good day, sir! Oh god, Rooks. Haven't heard that song in a while. 6 odds in a row, holy crap. What is with this randomness? Ron Far gained a level, +2 defense, +2 speed, I like that. What are the odds of that? We read The Little Prince. Did he return to his home planet? Did he die? Or my new headcanon, he never existed and it was hallucination of the pilots? I'm not actually sure. I did love The Little Prince. I had that book when I was a kid. I read it so many times. Such a good book. Aha, here it is. This is the entrance to the passage. Wait, no, I need to use the statue. Oh no, I can't use the statue! Oh god, no. I was counting on that. I was counting on being able to use that statue. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Shit! Oh, it's so bad. Wasn't there one in the White Tower? Oh, I don't want to go back to the White Tower. You can go through here and see what happens. Shit, I wanted to heal up there. Alright, let's get some healing at least, just in case things go bad. This thing might be about to go bad. Alright, we're overall pretty good. Damn it! Yo, Leo, what the hell, dude? Oh, a healing statue. Hang on, let me break it. 50% chance goes brrr. Yeah, I absolutely love the book The Little Prince. What an amazing little story. Oh, that sounds ominous.
But your sick plan can never succeed. No matter how hard you try, you can never stop me from finding Althena and halting Zophar's return.
Why, Lucia, you're delirious. Althena herself stands before you. Don't you recognize me, darling?
I recognize only the face of evil. You are not Althena. You are nothing more than a human puppet dancing for the amusement of Zophar.
In which way am I not the goddess Althena? Served by the 4 heroes who rule the 4 dragons, and the mighty Dragon Master, I fight evil. Isn't this the very form of the legendary goddess Althena? All I have yet to achieve is eternal youth and beauty. Heretic! If Althena were to hear such words, she would... Ha ha ha! What a dense little waif you are! Do you still have no idea as to the true purpose of Pentagulia's creation? I won't believe it. The day draws near when the true objective of the Chosen shall be attained. And Galleon's return from the past was just the beginning. Yes, but my return was not at your hand. Silence, Galleon! I shall not permit insubordination in this holy place. Now then, Lucia, I'm going to use your magical powers for the good of all the Chosen. By your small sacrifice, I shall attain eternal beauty and youth. So I would suggest that you enjoy what little life you have remaining, dear Lucy of the Blue Star. So Althena will take the life of Lucia. But tell me, Leo, how can we get down there? It's a very special place. Even I am not allowed to enter it. But I am certain a passage can be found that will connect that room to another in this place. Great, let's look for a passage. We've got to save Lucia before Althena returns. Let's see what we can find. Where the hell are we? I was really hoping that was an Althena statue. It's not. I guess we're gonna save. Did Zophar of Zophar's Domain get his name from this game? I believe so. I'm pretty sure. I miss 90s female anime villains with the oh-ho-ho kind of laugh, the one where they cover their mouth like this. That was classic, it was. Yeah, we should have just jumped. But I guess in games like this, you can't ever really tell the scale. So we can go down there. See, can we go up from here? Can. What the heck is this? Somebody's bedroom. Seek, then make an appeal. Turn your ears inward and listen to the voice of your soul. Hear the secret wish of your heart. Dedicate yourself without reserve or love of self. That is your wish, that is my wish. Follow the way and find your true form. Weird. Oh, Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. Okay, that's creepy. The heck are they up to? Alright, that looks like where I need to go. I'm gonna hold off before I go that way. See if there's any other goodies we can find, particularly if we can find a statue. Since Leo ruined the one I was going to use. Damn it. Ah, damn it, door's sealed. Alright, guess we're going then. You don't mess with the Zophar! Oh god. We should bring that back. Relentlessly, I gotta show you. Look up a pro wrestler named Emi Sakurai. Emi Sakura, sorry. That's basically her entire shtick, is that she's a Sailor Moon villain. And she is hilarious. I love her so much. She even does the laugh. She does the laugh and it's perfection. And her makeup, oh my god, purple lipstick and everything, it's glorious. Alright. Writhing in madness, what are these guys talking about? I don't like this. I'm gonna save. Excuse me. Excellent, excellent. You can't interact with whatever the hell they're doing, but I'll tell you this, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Don't you realize Zophar's only ambition is to take revenge on Althena? He brought me back from the Netherworld knowing that I too had a score to settle with her, and would sell my eternal soul for a chance to take revenge on the world that ruined me.
But how can he hope to...
Because he has a secret weapon. The true purpose of Althena's cult is to aid Zophar in his return to power, and once he is restored, my revenge will be complete.
I won't let you do that.
Big words from such a small lady.
The real Althena must be imprisoned somewhere within Pentagulia. I will find her and destroy Zophar once and for all.
You are delirious. Your power has been drained. Face it, you've already lost.
But Galleon, you forget. Humans have an undeniable power too.
You mean to say that you're counting on the power of humans to save Althena and fuel your offense against Zophar? That plan is even more pathetic than I had hoped. You might as well kiss your precious blue star goodbye right now, Lucia.
Do not underestimate humanity's power.
So tell me, what will become of this world once you've used the humans and cast them aside?
They'll be...
Don't worry. I doubt that your precious hero will be able to save you now. So the question is, shall we say, moot? And even if he did, you don't stand a chance of unlocking Pentagulia's secrets. So long, sweet pea.
Hero will come. I will escape Galleon.
The Chosen. A cult. A tool of deception? I cannot believe it to be so. If the true objective of the Chosen is to revive Zophar, I am fighting for evil. I cannot believe such a thing to be true. I must find the goddess Althena and address her directly.
Wait, Leo, no!
Damn it, Leo! I'll come back for him later. One lost cause at a time, please. God damn it. Leo! Did he forget that part where normal humans kicked his ass 1,000 years ago? Clearly. Lego! Lego my ego! Welcome back, Hasanka. How was your walk? Hope it was good. I really want a statue. You know, this is no time for games or practical jokes. We're to save Lucia, and this is not the right direction. I just want a statue so bad. Oh, Hero, I knew you'd come. Thank you. And all of you, too. I don't know how to thank you properly. Even though I knew that you all would come, I was beginning to doubt. Lucia, I'm all right now. Listen, though, Hero, that Althena is not the goddess. She is an imposter, a human. I sense Althena's power in the city, but it is not coming from the false Althena. We must try to discover the true source of Althena's power in every sense, because time is running out. Wait, Lucia! Come on, Hero. We better hurry or we'll lose her. Alright, we're going that way now. Yeah, there's another statue I can't use, god damn it. Amogus! Basically, yeah, she's totally an Amogus. Also, Siamese, how are you doing today? Hope you are having a great weekend. I did not close this? There we go! Alright, I was able to use it there. Ooh, so we lost Leo, but at least we had to heal up. That's a good thing. Whew! Is there an Amogus among us? I think there might be. And if so, if I'm sure, I'm calling an emergency meeting immediately. Alright, where the hell are we going? Guess we gotta explore a little bit? Lucia, where in the world are you? Alright, guess I'm following Lucia. Oh, that sounds awesome, Siamese. How is Lunar treating you? It has been a wild ride. Stuff is happening. Oh my god. I wonder where in the world Lucia went. Galleon had said something about the secret of the 5 towers or something. But I only counted 4 towers. White, blue, red, and black. Maybe Lucia's gonna look for the hidden 5th tower then? I don't know what that girl's up to, but we better find her fast. The longer we leave her alone, the more likely she is to get into trouble. How do you hide a tower? Wild Ride is games? I love it, I love it. Is everyone using statues as doors? I hope not. I'm gonna have to go check some statues now. And it's eating an Angus! Alright. The hell are we now? I don't recognize this place. It is strong here. Althena's power. Power that envelops me. Lucia? I can sense it. There. Just ahead. Althena's power. It is unmistakable. In that weird-ass pit? Alright, Lucia, I'll take your word for it, but all I see is a lake. No, there can be no mistake. There is another tower. A hidden tower, the 5th. And it is right before us. It all makes perfect sense. The 5th tower lies in the intersection of the 4. Do not let what you think you see deceive you. The final tower of Pentagulia is here. Nice. Whoa! Lucia! Okay, that settles it. Hero, I think Lucia has officially lost her mind. I hope she knows how to swim. Well... I guess we're going in. BT Tower in London was classified as an official secret, but wasn't actually a secret. That's the question there. Is this where you find it coughing? I hope so. Our Pokemon team is not looking great so far. Excuse me. In the 5th, your ass goes down. Those railings are for everyone's safety. Well, they're not helping me right now. I love that Lamina's jump animation as they're covering her eyes. That's adorable. This story is going place. This whole stream, the story's been wild. Ow! Watch that first step. Fun. This is the 5th tower of Pentagulia. I'll be damned. Secret hidden tower. But why couldn't we see something this huge until now? Yeah, where did the lake go that was just here a minute ago? That lake was an illusion to hide the tower from human eyes. This tower is the place I have sought since I arrived here. Once I enter, I will have achieved my goal. That does kind of look like a rocket ship, doesn't it? Please accompany me to the real Althena within this tower. Alright, let's do it! Upside down tower like Castlevania? Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, where's Mystere? We really need him now. Oh god, I do love me some wacky KSP rockets. The tower is sealed with a magic boundary. I've never felt anything this powerful. I did not think it was possible to create a force field strong enough to contain Althena. It must be related to the sealed power of the 4 dragons. My, Lucia, you do have a keen sense of the obvious. Oh shit! Welcome to the 5th tower of the Holy City, the shining centerpiece of Pentagulia. The Goddess Tower. I use the dragon's power to keep the purity of this place from escaping into the world. Isn't it ironic that the seal was created by the very power that Althena used for protection? But I must admit that I did not create the seal for Zophar on my own. I had a little help from my dear servants. Oh, shit. Ha 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 ha! Yeah! Ha 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 ha! Your miserable souls will enable us to revive Master Zophar, our great leader. You should be honored that your otherwise useless lives now have meaning. What? Galleon? What's wrong with you? Hurry up and come here that we may finish this. What do we do, hero? If they call it Galleon, our chances of survival go bye-bye! What's happening? Althena? Is it you? I can feel your power. Look, hero! The white dragon wings are shining. But why? Oh, hell yeah! The white dragon wings are an artifact we were given that we're told would teleport us out of any cave. So, I think we just got a blessing. What is the meaning of this? I demand to know what just happened and why. You are pathetic. Galleon, show yourself. Why didn't you arrive sooner? It's your fault that Lucy was able to escape. What a poor imitation of Althena you are, goddess. You don't even have the power to capture a little girl without my help. But you let parlor tricks and tired magic ease her through your feeble grasp. But don't worry your empty little head about it. I will go retrieve the girl and her Damn it.
Wait, Galleon.
So far.
Use what's left of your head. It is not necessary to roam the land chasing Lucia and her ragtag party of misfits. They will return to this very spot of their own free Lucia must return to this tower to meet Althea and complete her mission.
Yes, Zophar, but I'm certain that Lucia will try to free the 4 dragons you have sealed to save Althena. She must...
Well then, you must work to strengthen the seal and make certain that she does not succeed. For the moment, I will just watch and relish the way she worms her way into the hearts of the humans that have foolishly befriended her. She is so misguided to even try to harness the power of humankind to complete her mission. But her attachment will be her undoing. Mark my
Okay. Let me get caught up on chat real quick. Yeah, we escape roped out of there. That's awesome. Let's see. Falls, welcome in, Falls. I really don't get why games only voice act certain parts, all or nothing IMO. See, I think it enhances like key moments like that, number one. And plus, if I've heard the voice once, then when I read the text the rest of the time, I have a gist of how he's supposed to sound. So I appreciate that as well. Yeah, file size is basically what it came down to. This is already 3 discs, and it could have easily been twice or 3 times as big if they had more voice acting. So I like the little bit that they have there. I do appreciate it, I think. I mean, to each their own, though. Where are we? It looks like Tobin's Peak, of course. Didn't I tell you those dragon wings would come in handy? No! Oh, hey, no. Goddess Althena was a fake, and I was naive enough to buy into her gospel. Now I don't have the confidence to decide what to do next. So let's roll the dice and leave the decision to luck, or fate. I thought my journey would end at Pentagulia, but now I feel like it's just beginning. This situation keeps getting more and more serious, Hero. Too serious, if you ask me. What are you gonna do, Hero? The white dragon wings have been sealed away by the power of Althena. I must break the barrier around Pentagulia to free the goddess, and you must help me. Zophar's power grows stronger by the minute. We have no time to waste. You have an obligation to help me liberate Althena. Don't you understand that? You are Null, the white dragon of Althena. Huh? Null? Althena's white dragon? So you've known my little secret this entire time. I bet you know that Ruby's the red dragon, too. Yes, Null. Althena has always relied on the power of the 4 dragons for protection. We must now use that power to break the barrier of Pentagulia and free her from confinement. I wish we could, but the power of the 4 dragons is sealed away just as tightly as Althena. How can this be? Zophar does not yet have enough strength to create such a seal. Zophar enlisted the aid of a powerful ally to accomplish it. His name is Galleon. Story time! You? It's been a long time, hasn't it, Null? I see you no longer have the boy or the goddess to protect you. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see you like this. The circumstances of our reunion are so perfect. Galleon, how can this be? I won't trouble you with the details. Suffice to say, I have all the right connections. Now, dear boy, to the crux of the matter. You have something I require. Surrender your dragon aura to me. Oh, and please don't entertain any heroic thoughts at this critical moment. They can be so messy. But then again, I did manage to crush your father. Wouldn't it be rather ironic if you forced me to shoot for a match set? So to speak. I'll never surrender my power to you, pig! I expected no less of you, foolish boy. So that's what happened. I barely escaped with my life, and Galleon left with the essence of my power. He's become much, much stronger than he once was. Some white dragon you are! You lost your power to a human! I'd be ashamed of myself. Oh really? You hadn't even claimed your power yet when he stole it. What are you talking about? What do you mean my power? Your dragon aura, stupid! You just don't remember it because you were just a child. And if your power is sealed away, you cannot help me or the goddess Althena. Bingo. I'd gladly help you in Althena if I could, but I'm helpless. Your power is sealed away too, isn't it, Lucia? This is bad. Very, very bad. Hey, Takarosh! Today is Big Prank Day, is it? How does that work? How are you doing today, Takarosh? Hope everything is going well. Run so far! Clever. The secret is Shay does a great job at all the voices in the game. Well, thank you, Emperor. I try. I try real hard. The German version of Grandia, a game that sounds like some intern's reluctant recording booth with nothing but a deadline and a bucket of coffee, and there was no coffee. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to check that out sometime, Grushin. That sounds incredible. Oh, well, thank you, Earth. I really appreciate that. And Allo, Nanu, how are you doing today, Allo? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Before you hear characters' voices, the dev has intended it. You could have it sounding completely different. That's true, but I think in this game they've done a pretty good job of letting me hear a character's voice either the first time you hear them or close to the first time you hear them. Not always, but I see your point at least, Follows. That's true. I've run into that problem in a few JRPGs as well, where I have someone have a super gruff voice, then it turns out they have a high voice, then I'm like, well, now what do I do? To revive the goddess, you have to collect the dragon auras and remove the seals on the dragons. Each of the 4 heroes guards one of the auras. Lucia can't gather the auras by herself, not without her powers. What are you gonna do, hero? You wouldn't abandon Lucia when she so desperately needs your help, would you? Adventure is my middle name. I will stand by Lucia's side until her mission is complete, just as I promised her. That is my responsibility, and I won't back away from it, no matter what happens. Oh, hero. Since I have come to this world, you have risked your life for me many times. But despite the danger, you have never complained, and you have never deserted me. I am not skilled at expressing my feelings, but thank you, hero. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Lucia. Hero, why do you always have such a dumb look on your face when Lucia is talking to you? Ruby, can't you see what's going on here? Please don't tell me you're that naive. Oh, never mind. Hero Adventure Protagonist, what a beautiful name. Of Clan Protagonist, a proud clan. Let's see, DB Stewart, I don't recall if I asked, but I probably did. Have you played Lunar 1, and if not, do you have any interest? I played it for the first time on stream about a year ago. So yes, I have played it, and it's up on, the VODs are up on YouTube if you're ever curious. But yes, originally I wanted to play this game, and then I'm like, chat, we're finally going to play Lunar 2, and then everybody in chat is like, no, you have to play Lunar 1 first. I'm like, So I got Lunar 1, played it, enjoyed it, now finally here we are. Let's see, relentlessly, this reminds me of old Finnish dubs of various cartoons from the 90s. I have a friend who knows someone from the dubbing team, and they literally just gather at someone's apartment, smoke weed, and record. You can tell! I was talking a couple weeks ago how sometimes back in the day I would watch the Spanish dub of Dragon Ball Z. And, Dragon Ball Z is a show that's mostly about yelling. I swear every one of the Saiyans just sounded so bored. It was hilarious. I loved it. Let's see. Takarosh, today is a party for the volunteers at my favorite convention. I told one of the hosts I'll be there with bells on. Then I went out and bought some sleigh bells. That's incredible. Takarosh, you're going to have to tell us how it goes over. That is hilarious. I appreciate your commitment to the bit. That Duck Quacks, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And we're back to... Oh god, Hero Protagonist. I almost forgot. Snow Crash. Beautiful. The first aura you should try to reclaim is White Dragons. The aura is in possession of the White Knight Leo, one of the strongest warriors in the world. Leo is the aura? Great. Since he's our friend, I'm sure he'll give it to us. Hopefully. You can count on me in this little adventure. I can't let Althena's Chosen revive Zophar, and I have a hunch we're running to Maori. I can save her, and maybe, just maybe, I can redeem myself. All the gambling I've done till now is just practice, hero. This bet is the one that counts. Not just doing this for you, hero. I'm doing this for myself, and for Maori. Thank you, Ronfar. Since I escaped the Shadow Dragon cult, I've been afraid of the strength inside of me. But I'm not afraid anymore. I understand my strength, and I know how to control it. I've overcome my fear of the Shadow Dragon Fist. I will use its power for good, not evil. I will use the fist to confront my past. I can't and won't run away from it anymore. If you're going to fight against Althena's Chosen, count me in. I'll help you settle your scores while I settle my own. Oh, does this mean she got new abilities? She did not. Oh well. I know I have to do something, but I'm not sure what. I've never had to make a decision like this. Whatever I decide will affect the entire Magic Guild. But the choice is obvious. I have to fight Althena's Chosen and stop Zophar's resurrection. I also want to find out if I'm really worthy of being the leader of the Magic Guild. And I think this adventure is the perfect test of my abilities. I guarantee it will be, Lamina. Plus, I have a mega grudge to settle with that turd Borgin. I'll flush him out of Neovane and out of Mother's life forever. Report! Report! Lookout Squad Ensign Hawk reporting as ordered. The dragon ship Destiny has been spotted in the direction of Vane. Be careful! White Knight Leo, of course. He senses me here. Hero, it's up to you to recover the dragon aura from Leo. I'll be waiting for you inside the White Dragon Cave. Oh good! Neo helped us in the Holy City. I'm sure he'll give us the White Dragon aura. This ought to be a piece of cake. Let's go, hero. Something tells me it's not going to be a piece of cake. Partially by the fact that everyone keeps telling me it's going to be a piece of cake. That's a red flag. Let's see. Happy hour! To be fair, I enjoy being a jokester. We need jokesters in this world, we do. People need good laughs in here. Gonna lay down a bit, Olo? Well, I hope you have a good rest then. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Translations are often questionable. There's a scene in Digimon where a character learns to ride a bicycle, and I think the line was, I'm riding it in English, but the Finnish dub used a word that does mean riding, but it's only used in the concept of horseback riding. That is a little weird. That sounds very Google Translate-y. Before Google Translate, of course. This'll be a piece of cake! Flag set! I'm not afraid to use the Dragon Fist anywhere to protect my friends. Dragon Fist not available. Basically. Oh god, Groshin! That's incredible! Alright. So we've got the party back, except Leo. I kinda liked having Leo with us, but I guess we're gonna have to make do. He was a good fighter, and he was stronger than the rest of us. Yeah, let's see, where are we headed to? This way? Dragon Fist DLC $9.99. What a deal! Kimakumo, no! Why would you put that evil on me? Kimakumo? I'm cursed. Oh god, I love that show, how it's made. Such a good show. I've watched that so much. Lightning Wing, and in Sweden it was Leather Patch. I can see where they came from, at least. I get that much. Alright, I think Vane is over this way. Oh, well, there's the dragon ship. Oh, we can't actually interact with it. That's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna save out here. Alright. Oh, Lamina, I'm so sorry. I can't believe what Borgin has done. What is that evil man thinking? Oh, how I wish I could smash his skull with a skillet. Calm down, Auntie. I won't let that plus-size pus pocket get away with this. Now, let's see if there's anything new at the shops, first of all. If we can get some new gear, that'd be sweet. We never did buy the ritual base, so that is still sitting there. It's super expensive, though. Cripes. Does the Quake staff say your opponents get stoned? Of course it does. Of course it does. Well, I still don't really want the ritual mace, because Ronfar doesn't actually melee very often, so we'll skip that again. Yeah, they did add a lot of spice. I'll give them that. The one thing I don't like about working designs is all the pop culture references they squeezed in there. That seems incredibly unnecessary. Alright, so... Brand armor we don't need. Silk dress we don't need. Get the magician's robe. Might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that's about the only thing we're missing here. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. And then we'll equip it on her real quick. That nice wisdom and magic defense up. Not much, but every point helps. And we can go ahead and sell the old one. Sell these magic gauntlets as well. We're not going to need those. Sell the fur robe. Sell the steel helm. I can sell this platinum hairpin. We'll hang on to the other ritual hairpin for the moment. We can get rid of the ruined sword as well. Alright, we're doing pretty good on cash at the moment. I like that. Cool, cool. So many animal names that sound strange when translated word from word. In Finnish, we call hippopotamus river horses. Honestly, that makes a ton of sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to ride one, but otherwise, I can definitely see the logic in it. Alright. Just flood horse, I see the logic in that one as well. Hippopotamus is Greek for river horse. Why the horse all the time? Now I can't help but imagine a hippo with, like, horse legs. And that is actually a terrifying thought. I kind of want to make that into a D&D monster. That would scare the crap out of my players. Alright, where the hell is this guy? We know the dragon ship's here, so presumably Leo's somewhere? Where is he, though? Oh, yeah, hippos look adorable and will absolutely murder everyone you love. It's horrifying. Oh my god, yes, some guy in a hat. I love it. I love it. Where the hell is Leo? Oh, I think he might be right there, orangutan. I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds familiar. The Greeks definitely had some animals that they named by bizarre third-hand descriptions. Are we just supposed to go back and interact with the ship itself? Maybe? The hell is this guy? Leo, you're around here? Well, he's not at the guild. That's where I expected him to be. In the library? I don't know why it would be. He is not. Alright, that's weird. Oh god, cats in medieval art are terrifying, terrifying things. Alright, well, it doesn't look like Leo's around town. So, we're gonna take off for right now. Noble Double deer, what the hell? That is a choice. Oh yeah, I can just interact with the ship itself. I just had to click on it once we got there.
Hero, you must fight me.
What?
The Chosen. Their way is not right. I know it in my heart. However, I do not know how to escape from the web in which I become ensnared. And my options now are severely limited. I know good must prevail. Prove it now with your sword.
No, you... Leo, you idiot! Stop being an anime character for 5 seconds, you moron! Just give me the aura! We're friends, you absolute idiots! I'm gonna post sword the bejesus out of you.
Dodge this!
I save this for you, infidel!
Ow! That hurts a lot! Is he gonna cast a spell? I don't like the look of that.
Kneel and perish!
Shit. Alright, that didn't hurt so bad.
Dodge this!
Sample my goods!
No, no! 900 knights! Now it's personal! We were just having a friendly little match before, now, no. Now this is a murder. Chat, call the authorities. I'd like to report a murder in progress. How do you like new apples? I don't care for them, thank you, sir. Oh, god damn it. What have I got for healing? That must have been what he used there. A passion fruit recovers all HP. Son of a bitch! I'm gonna use a healing nut.
Heal!
$200, I'll take it.
Taste my refreshment!
Taste your what? What is with your battle cries, dude? They need work, is all I'm saying. They need work.
Dodge this!
Seriously, just weird.
Kneel and perish!
He seems to be all about food and beverages, yeah. I don't understand it.
Dodge this!
You don't think, ball player. No, that'd be crazy.
I save this for you, infidel!
God, that hurts so bad. I'm gonna use another healing nut.
Heal!
Kneel and perish!
Alright. Let's hit him with another Poe sword.
Dodge this!
Kneel and perish!
Alright, I appreciate when he uses magic because it does a lot less than his actual sword. So I'll take that.
Dodge this!
Woo! We got him! 5,000 XP, yes please. Taste my refreshment. That wasn't... He was attacking. What is he doing? Is this a Sprite commercial? Relentlessly, no! Not that kind of game, I hope. Sample my goods. It's so good. I think my doctor would actually kick me in the face. It's almost like Gwyn taught him how to talk trash. Gwyn does have a very particular way. Days AF! That is a lot of XP, though. Would you like fries with it? Excuse me, sir. We're here to check your food cart to make sure compliance with health and safety regulations. Sample my goods, then. If you please. He does talk like Doug Spike! Oh my god. That's his favorite game, clearly. He's based his entire life around it. You have proven your strength to me, hero. There was no doubt in your sword, or in your heart. And by proving your strength, you demonstrated my weakness. No, Leo, join us! Fight with us! Even in victory, hero, you retain your humility. You are a great warrior indeed. Take this, and use it to liberate the power of the White Dragon. White Dragon Aura obtained from Leo. You will find the cave of the White Dragon in an iceberg in the North Sea. You can reach the North Sea by entering the ocean off the coast of Maribia. Follow me to the helm, hero. I will show you how to take control of the Destiny. That's right, hero. It's quite simple to control after a few minutes of practice. I now leave the dragon ship in your capable hands. But this ship means so much to you. Stay with us. Take us to the cave. I am not worthy to remain with any of you, hero. That is why I must leave now. Leo! Farewell, hero. Stop being an anime character, Leo! Damn it! Ugh. He's gone. Leo is a man of justice, Ruby. Right now, he feels like a common criminal. Thank you, Leo. Well, hero, what are you waiting for? Let's take the Destiny for a ride. Grab the wheel and start it up. Alright. Hang on, before we do that, there is a statue in here, I believe. Beautiful. We got a boat! We got a boat! It's so distracted by the way his ears twitch. That's probably why he got so strong, is because he got tired of everyone staring at his ears 24/7. You don't have a sixth slot for me. I must go. Basically, that would seem to be the case there. Leo said the White Dragon Cave was in an iceberg near the North Sea. So all I have to do is sail west from Maribia and look for a chunk of ice with a hole in it. Lucky for us, the Destiny can reach wildly unsafe speeds on land or in the water. Great. Now let's find Borgen and slap some sense into that flabby face of his. Right after finding Lund and stop him from harming any more children. And don't forget, we also have a goddess to save. Isn't that right, Lucia? Yes, hero. All right. I love wildly unsafe speeds. Let's go! Null told us the White Dragon Cave is surrounded by icebergs. Why couldn't it be surrounded by huge piles of fresh fish? I don't know. But this does look like the place. Is that an iceberg with a hole in it? Doesn't look like any of these, then. Or is it? Are these the icebergs? Apparently not. Nowhere else to go there. Get back on land here, but there doesn't seem to be anywhere to go. Maybe we have to get out and walk from here? Possibly. Did someone tell me why programs like Word Excel and many, many others have a bright-ass white? I know, Moon Eyes, I hate it. It makes my eyes hurt so much these days. Welcome in though, Moon Eyes. How are you doing today? Ludicrous speed. Now, I do see a gap up ahead. But presumably, that is the White Dragon Cave. Ha! You got the White Dragon aura from Leo at last. Oh, there was Null. Null! Where the heck are you? I'm where I need to be. Listen, you need the 4 ice treasures to open the passage to my lair. Once you have those, we may have to backtrack a bit, but the way will be open. Each one is a big white ice chest in the corners of the cave. Hurry up and get them. I'll be waiting. And I don't like waiting. Alright, let's go ahead and save here. There we go. I actually never knew that, Hisanka. That's amazing. For which, thank you. Excellent. Good to hear. I'm hoping Null's gonna be majestic as fuck. Null deserves to be majestic as fuck. Oh god, I remember fighting these guys in the first game. Alright. I have no idea how big this dungeon is going to be, but we have spent nearly all today in one gigantic dungeon, so I think this is probably going to be where we're going to want to stop for the day. So, tomorrow, we're going to be playing some Discworld, if you want to see that. Next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's going to be no streams, because hopefully we're going to be getting my bathrooms remodeled. So I have to be out of the apartment all week, which is going to be a hassle, but still, hopefully it'll be good in the end. And then week after that, we will be back as normal, Friday and Saturday, more Lunar 2, and then on Sunday will be Discworld. So I hope I will see you tomorrow for Discworld. We are still doing that. That game is still killing me, but we'll see how it goes there. That plot twist again, it is. That mystery again, once again. So thank you all for being here today. I appreciate the heck out of it. This was a wild ride. Absolutely wild ride. Thank you for sharing it with me. I really do appreciate it. So we do still have one last thing to do before we completely close down for today. So if you can spare a minute, I'd appreciate it. As we see who else is online, so if you're not done watching Twitch for the day, maybe I can send you somewhere cool. So, make sure to hit follow if you haven't already. That'll be the quickest way to find me if you'd like to come back tomorrow or at any point in the future. I'd love to have you with us. And while I'm looking to see who all is live right now, there are some links in chat you might want to check out if you haven't seen them yet. We have a link to my YouTube if you'd like to check out any games I've played in the past. Or if you missed some Lunar and want to catch up on that, it's all up there. Feel free to check that out. We also have a link to my Discord if you would like to chat with me or the rest of the community. Feel free to jump in there, say hello. And where are we headed today? We got a couple options. I see somebody who is going super late. I don't know if they're going to be on a ton longer. But I would love to pop in and say hello to them because they have raided me a couple times and I would love to return the favor. So, ladies and gents, I would love it if you join me as we go raid none other than Damage Plushie, sorry. Damage Plushie is a very cool streamer, plays some older stuff, plays some newer stuff. Today she is splitting the difference. She is playing the remake of Crisis Core, which I've never played the original, I've never played the remake, but I love me some Final Fantasy VII, so this should be very cool to see. So why don't you join me over there, say hi to Plushie, hang out for a little bit, throw her a follow if you like what she's doing, but hey, if you've got other things to do, I will just say as I always do. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. I will see you folks tomorrow for Discworld. Take care of yourselves till then, everybody.